Whoa.
Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to another episode of Blue Chat. It's kind of frigid, late winter, early spring evening up here in the Northeast. We're starting a little later tonight, 9:30 instead of 9 o'clock. So thank you for everyone who's tuning in to stay up past their bedtimes. And thank you to everyone who's here and joining us on the panel. Our special guests, first-time comer, at least in the form of Sketchy White Dude. Hello,
How's
sir.
it going?
Going pretty well. How are you today?
Not too bad. A little bit out of it, and I got to work after this, but glad to join you.
I'm glad you're here. And returning guest, Johnny Fox, at Johnny
Hello.
Fox Rocks.
Yeah,
How you doing, Johnny?
doing pretty good today. Not bad.
Very good. I'm happy to have you here as well. And also our usual guests slash villains, our menagerie, our list of the usual suspects. We got I'm the Batman.
How's it going, fellers?
Got Craig, aka Craig.
Hello there.
Beach
Yo.
and Allie. All right, so yeah, what's our first? That actually went remarkably well for the first
Yeah.
time. Everybody said something and nobody was away from keyboard, so awesome. So we've only been doing this for like 4 months, and that's the first time we've gotten through that in timely and correct fashion. So,
I'm glad it's such a surprise.
Right on
This is
schedule.
Chat Bleu, and I do mean you.
well, yeah, we've only gone through 3 channels, so that's the charm.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got a couple of different topics for tonight. I think we're going to just get right to the first one, where we are, or it has, well, yeah, I guess it's kind of been an interesting topic of conversation for at least the last week or so. Originally an article that appeared on Breitbart Tech, talking about stuff that we've mentioned before on the show, but now it seems like this is the first, journalistically approved, carefully researched, and substantiated account of this, that Twitter shadow banning is real and happening every day.
Oh. So now it's legitimate. This is a thing now.
Well, yeah, well,
only
it's
been
legitimate as
approximately 1
people
year.
who will believe Breitbart will, at least for those people, it's real.
It's been approximately a year since I had that problem myself.
Yeah, I think that in a very unfortunate and substantial way, because this article has been penned by a particularly dangerous faggot. It might not be taken with the credulity that it is due, but this is not exactly a new topic that we've been talking about. I think since we did the reboot, there's been rumblings and whispers of things like shadow bans and white lists and people that are approved and favored and smiled upon by the gods of propriety over at Twitter Central and people who are not. So yeah, just to read a little bit from Milo's work here. Rumors that Twitter has been shadow banning politically inconvenient users has been confirmed by a source inside the company who spoke exclusively to Breitbart Tech.
Okay, that is new right there. If it is true that the allegation is against specifically politically inconvenient users, that is something new. Because I'm pretty sure I wasn't politically inconvenient at the time. I was just probably pissing someone off.
I remember one of the first stories that I heard about this having to do was talking about drones.
Yeah, well, it's if there are certain things you're talking about, like I don't piss off enough people to get report spam. So the fact that I got caught like a year ago in this mess kind of surprised me. So it had to have been, I think, keyworded at the time, or like some threshold level. Maybe they were fucking around with the idea and they just accidentally put the threshold too low. But it was certainly based off of something besides just reports.
Right, and there are legitimate reasons for shadow banning. I mean, this isn't even a new concept by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
We were shadow banning people in the IRC days and pre-IRC days on bulletin boards and shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really,
That's
if you
pretty
have
well
a legitimate troll who's just posting bullshit constantly, you can ban them, and what they do is they come back with a sock account or 10 sock accounts or whatever, and start again. You got to ban that one, and it's a never-ending cat and mouse game. With shadow banning, you're basically saying, hey, look.
Well, you save 5 minutes. That's basically what happens.
That's essentially what happens, which adds up if you're moderating a room or whatever the case is with thousands and thousands of people in it. So basically what you're doing is saying you are banned in a way that you don't know immediately that you're banned. So from your perspective, it looks like people just aren't reacting to you anymore.
So the diagnostic effect, which is convenient, is if they come back and they legitimately give a shit about where it was they got banned, so that they can continue a conversation. It makes, you know, you can come back with a mea culpa as a moderator. But you know, if they just don't give a shit and they come back with more bullshit, that's like, okay, I recognize this guy. It's time to go around with the ban hammer.
Exactly. So the problem that people are having with this approach to shadow banning isn't the shadow banning itself, because it can be a relatively useful way to accomplish what you want to accomplish. But there's a big difference between like malicious trolls and somebody who just disagrees with you. So a lot of these people are being either outright banned or shadow banned simply for apparently having the wrong political views or not taking the right labels or whatever the case may be. It seems from where I'm sitting to be very myopic.
Oh yeah. No, it's I mean, this isn't going to help their stock price at all. not even in a 5-year plan, let alone a 20.
And that's the big thing. I would be surprised if the board, the Twitter board, knew what was going on, because they have a legal fiduciary duty to make sure that the company's making money.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for. So if you're not allowed to see certain content and therefore see ads that go along with it, which pay Twitter's bills.
I mean, their fiduciary need to be reiterated with maybe a carbon copy to their SEC manager.
Yeah, I mean, this is serious business, and whether or not
that would get their attention, I think.
Exactly. How corporations are run in America doesn't really play into it. Like, there is a legal set of standards that they're obligated to abide by.
I think last time we spoke about Twitter involving you, I think you mentioned where they might have tried to get you before, and you mentioned some of the signs that might have been hanging around their office. My guess is that it's probably the higher-ups who impose that kind of work culture that conflicts with the ability to program.
I'm not sure. So to qualify, to anybody who doesn't know, like, I am a technical professional, and until recently I lived in the Bay Area of Northern California. So I've got a pretty long track record, and part of what I've done is built really big infrastructure and make it scalable and securable. You know, long-term maintainability to keep costs down and keep the return on investment and the cost per user numbers low. Investors really like to see that. And obviously with Twitter, they had to rebuild their infrastructure and their architecture like 5 times over the years, because they started with the worst possible hipster bullshit and then decided, oh, look, we can't actually scale this. This was a fantasy. But this new shiny thing, this will do it. And they learned that lesson hard, like seriously 5 times, if my memory serves. So during this period of time, they actually did try and recruit me for 3 different departments, and I turned them down 3 different times. And the atmosphere inside Twitter was really... It was like a preschool to me. Like, I'm a professional. I just want to come and do my fucking job and get it done and be able to sleep at night, you know? Yeah. So I do take what I do seriously, but they were, like, trying to sell me on things like ping pong tables and cafeterias, and they had signs on the walls that said, like, hipster crossing, and this is a inclusionist zone and fucking multicultural zone and shit like that. I'm like,
Oh my god.
Did they have a room with like soft furniture and Play-Doh?
yeah, there was like beanbag chairs and shit. Like,
Oh
it
my
was
god.
yeah. Well, they literally ride the school bus to work. I mean, it's not a school bus; it's a shuttle bus.
It better
but
be a
it's-
short bus.
well, yeah,
They're
but I mean,
acting-
and look, I don't want to throw everybody who's ever worked at Twitter under the bus.
Certainly
But
the company.
that cultivating that atmosphere to me was a big warning sign. Like, do you want experienced professionals, or do you want to hire kids out of college that think they know everything, that haven't done anything? So I was like, no, this is a no. I'm not going to work for you. And they came back with a different department head, a different hiring manager. Oh, we want you over here. That's cool, but I don't want to work for you. I've seen too much. You know. So yeah, it was kind of like, at that moment I should have known that I should have started a competitor to Twitter that fucking day because I knew your ideology is going to get in the way of your business.
Yeah.
Even where I agree with that, like, super liberal mentality, that is absolutely contrary to how you run a business. It's just not fucking feasible. If you want a platform that accommodates everybody and gives everybody a voice, and you have all this varied content, you kind of need to be as impartial as possible and just try and keep the overtly harmful stuff out. And by harmful, I mean tangibly harmful, not like this person disagreed with me on Twitter, now I have PTSD. You can fuck yourself.
Yeah, not harmful as in problematic.
Yeah, Melanie
Precisely.
Hensley's IPTSD.
I want to take a moment to say hi to the notorious Max Sand, who just joined
What's up?
us.
How you doing? Hey, Sketchy, how you doing, man?
It
How's
is
it going?
the notorious Max.
Well, last
Sand.
time me and you spoke was probably on Shira's stream, although it wasn't very much speaking.
Yeah.
And I want to just take a moment to say to Tommy in the Bronx, who's joining us in the chat, it's definitely you, Tommy. It's definitely you.
So
with
we're
that,
talking.
yeah, I just want to try and get through just a couple more paragraphs of this,
Sorry for stalling
this
like that.
masterpiece.
Before we do it, we're talking about the Twitter censoring anonymity shit, right?
Well, no, this is just
thereabouts.
a little bit of background from the last week, the Breitbart tech article that came out saying that it's been confirmed by a source inside of Twitter.
Milo's Piestrazance here.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this is going on. So according to the source, Twitter maintains a quote-unquote whitelist of favored Twitter accounts.
That's racist.
It really is, and it shows the power and the privilege that you should be checking for being on that particular list. And a quote-unquote blacklist of unfavored accounts. Accounts on the whitelist are prioritized in search results, even if they're not the most popular among users. Meanwhile, accounts on the blacklist have their posts hidden from both search results and other users' timelines. Our source is backed up by a senior editor at a major digital publisher who told Breitbart that Twitter told him it deliberately whitelists and blacklists users.
This doesn't sound like gossip at all.
Yeah,
right now.
I'm choking as I'm coming to that because it's just like this is just so much hearsay, but sometimes that's how things get done
Okay.
in the journalism world of today. He
Well,
added
given
that he
how
was
something's-
afraid of the site. He was afraid of the site's power, noting that his tweets could disappear from users' timelines if he got on the wrong side of the company.
Mhm.
Shadow banning, for those who weren't aware of what we were discussing just a few minutes ago, shadow banning, sometimes known as stealth banning or hell banning, is commonly
That's
used
bullshit.
by online. I like hell banning. Is commonly used by online community managers to block content posted by spammers. Instead of banning a user directly, which would alert the spammer to their status, prompting them to create a new account, their content is merely hidden from public view. So it's like you're screaming and you're in a padded room.
Right. They used to call it tar pitting as well, way back.
But just to make something clear, they don't just shadow ban spammer. They shadow ban, for example, people that disagree with people, and then those people that are disagreed with get butthurt, and then the person who disagreed gets
I also
Right.
remember
Yeah, and
calling it hiding a user. You know,
it
you
has
just-
this last little detail. I'm
Yeah.
honestly not surprised that this would be the case, given, because like I've been noticing only recently have tweets from these people actually come back on my feed. People like Sargon of Akkad or Mark Kern kind of just seem to have vanished from my feed for the longest time, and now they finally come back.
Yeah, shadow bans usually have a set period of time. It could be an hour, it could be a week, but usually this people set a time frame on it.
I mean, there's also now in IRC used to be that you could basically set up shadow bans, or also bulletin boards was a little
automatic
different.
shadow ban.
Well, no, so it used to be you could set. It wasn't necessarily fully automated. So you had to have someone like remind you, hey, you were only going to shadow ban them for like a day, and you're like, oh shit, sorry, let me unhide the user.
Yeah.
So one thing to think about on this, if it is true that they're using whitelist, which is entirely feasible, that they would not want to accidentally whitelist their favorite people.
Right here.
Blacklist, here's an example of like, okay, if this is really about trust and safety, which has been their big PR drive recently, right? What happens if you have a trusted person, like say Brianna Wu, who says something absolutely despicable, which might even be against the TOS, but certainly could be construed as harassment.
Every day.
What happens when that happens and this person is whitelisted? Like, is that okay? What's the aim here? What's the goal? Is it really about trust and safety, or is it about maintaining a particular narrative? Now, I'm not making that as a declarative because I don't know for sure that they're using whitelisting and blacklisting, but I'll tell you that I'd be surprised if they weren't.
Did you hear about how Randy Harper basically went off and wrote this horribly written Medium piece and sent it to Jack from Twitter, and all of a sudden he's like, "Yeah, that looks great. I'm going to take it to the team." I'm like,
"Yeah." The best part was she wasn't on the team, and she got really pissed about that.
She what?
She's not on the trust and safety team, which pissed her off because he went ahead and just said, "Yeah, this looks great. You're gonna take it to the team, and you're not gonna be part of it."
Well, it's a small valley, and she has a reputation. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, it's a good thing she does because people need to know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Not just in her outspoken anti-bullying shtick. Well,
her
simultaneously bullying people. Yeah, she's not good at her job, from what I understand. So.
She is not. Set yourself on fire. Set yourself on fire.
She basically went ahead. Yeah. She basically went ahead and wrote really shitty comments that fucked up the source in the USB driver. Then she went ahead and manhandled the fucking man pages, not writing any useful manuals on different components of FreeBSD. And she was also part of the help emails. And she basically lambasted people for asking for help, made fun of them. And when anybody bothered to go to one of her higher-ups and say, "Hey, by the way, what the fuck is this kind of email response?" she would go ahead and take it because she got copied in it as well, because it was through the help system, saying, you loser, you didn't think I would see this.
Right, exactly. It's sounding a lot like
part of your job.
It sounds a lot like Theodor Rat in the OpenBSD community.
Uh-huh.
Like, there's a lot of arrogance in the BSD crowd in general.
But the other thing is, like, when she left the FreeBSD community because some asshat was trolling her, rightfully so, because she started it. But anyways, she went to the fucking admins, the people, who are running it, her higher-ups, and they're like, "Listen, we'll take care of it, but can you please stop making this a public issue? We try to handle shit internally," which makes sense. A lot of companies or non-profits like to handle shit like that internally without making a big deal.
Not scaring investors away.
Yeah, and she's like, "How dare you? You're silencing me. I'm a woman."
This is the woman from 2012 or 2010 where she said, "Oh yeah, it's great here. It's a complete meritocracy. Everyone loves me. I have zero troubles."
Yeah.
Cunt.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of speaks.
Off her rocker. Sorry.
It speaks to the motivations of Twitter. Like, I can only see two possible outcomes based on the fact that a lot of the people they're consulting with, or at least claiming to consult with, have a track record of harassment, but also a track record of a very particular viewpoint. Is it about the viewpoint, or is it about the PR? I mean, like Feminist Frequency, I think people put a lot of fucking emphasis on the fact that, like, Sarkeesian and company is on the Trust and Safety Council. I don't. I'm no fan of Feminist Frequency. I think it's a complete grift. I don't think there's any foundation to any of the declarative statements they make. I don't think they actually do any research. But, I mean, I don't know anybody who actually has looked at this critically that thinks otherwise. That said, how much pull do you really think they have? Do you think they're personally going around banning people?
No.
Because
dude, that shit started on one of the chans and spread because Exactly.
I mean, this is kind of the opposite of that whole, like, pissing yourself for equality thing.
Yeah.
That's what this reminds me of. It's like, it's poish enough, it sounds reasonable enough that it could be true, but I don't think it is.
No, it's not.
So,
don't forget to shave for Beaver too.
You know what I think the Trust and Safety Council is? I think what it is a lot of hot air. Twitter, people at Twitter got so fucking annoyed at these little whiny people whining at them that they gave them a cozy seat by the window and said, "Yeah, you guys totally have power." And then when they have their little meeting, they send over their recommendations to somebody on the IT team for Twitter, and then the dude sends it over to legal where nothing ever happens.
Yeah, but Max, two things here. one, eventually someone's going to say, "Look, you gave us a job, let us do it."
Yeah, and they'll be like,
that's to use the word appropriately, that's problematic. But two, this does result in a serious problem. For instance, Intel giving away $300 million that could have been plowed into R&D, making better fucking chips, rather than, say, making it a situation where they have to deal with that new loss to their production capacity.
I understand
right
that.
now, they should just write that money off, because it's never going to fucking come back in any kind of real return.
I don't know,
money outlook return.
I don't think the Trust and Safety Council is going to have any impact one way or another. I think it's just the fact that the people at Twitter are fucking retarded at this point, more so than the people they're bringing into this Trust and Safety Council.
Well, they're already in panic mode. A lot of big, like, overblown unicorn companies, and unicorn, if you're not in the language game of the fucking valley, it's basically like a company that blows up super big really quick. So Twitter went public and had this really, I think, hyperinflated stock, because that's kind of how venture capital works. They have every incentive to hyperinflate the stock so that they can either sell it off to somebody else pyramid scheme style and for a profit, or dump it on the open market as quickly as possible without looking suspicious. This isn't exactly impropriety, it's just the way it works. It's kind of inherently corrupt, if you want to think of it that way.
No,
Twitter's stock was going to go down anyway, but right now it's gone down beyond what anybody thought. I mean, they lost a lot of money. Their market cap went down. They had some serious fucking problems. And they're going, there's all this market pressure saying, like, hey, guys, get your shit together. So they're like, oh, look, we are getting our shit together. We got Jack is our CEO now, and we've got this Trust and Safety Council. It's a big PR exercise more than anything. But there are some elements, I think, of ideological tampering with Twitter in particular, because a lot of SJWs come out of San Francisco. You'd be deluding yourself to think that some of that doesn't really come into play with these guys.
Oh no,
yes, they're playing to a crowd.
I just don't
really have.
I don't think the council is really gonna impact it one way or other. I think
that's primarily a PR exercise. Sorry to cut you off. I got a little lag.
I don't think that really is going to have any major effect. But no, the ideologues definitely are affecting Twitter. We're seeing it right now more and more. It's getting worse.
Let me illustrate something. Do you mind if I screen share real quick, Gray?
Sure.
I got a screenshot here. So this right here is something that people are freaking out about right now. Someone on Twitter is engaging in abusive, harassing behavior. This is their report form on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
So these actions are blah, blah, blah. This is all pretty standard stuff. Look at the first option here. What are you reporting?
Oh, yeah.
Offensive, disrespectful, or in disagreement with my opinion. And people are like, holy shit, reporting for disagreement. This is basically that dev no, file it in the circular file approach, right? So people feel like they've done something, but right here it says Twitter does not screen content, does not remove potentially offensive content unless content is in violation of the Twitter rules. So it'll let you do the report. It'll let you do the report, but I think this is a dev null, file to nowhere.
Yeah, but I see the problem right there, though, and it's against TOS. Now, if you look at the TOS...
See, it says unless
right.
such content is in violation of the Twitter rules.
I think you're right about it being just going to the hole right now, but I think there is enough gray area for them to maybe at some point make that not go into the circular file.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that it's entirely likely, based on my personal observations, that they do this and play favorites in some cases and definitely remove content that is not in violation of the TOS. Some of that may be related to the algorithms they use. Some of that may be related to politics.
To be fair, man, I mean, all companies play favorites. I mean, look at YouTube. YouTube has a problem with copyright shit, and they play favorites with the big YouTube channels where they'll protect them, and then the smaller guys are the guys in the middle.
That's mostly a manifestation of content ID registrations, quite frankly.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that kind of stuff that they're kind of on the hook for. For example, people are like, the whole AIU drama, I hate to even say the name, it's like saying out Beetlejuice. But
two more times.
Yeah, no thanks. So the thing is, that whole thing is like, hey, look, if Twitter didn't stop things like doxing, they wouldn't be a company that was publicly traded or serviced in places like Germany. A lot of different places have a lot of different user identifiable information protections, privacy guards.
Yeah.
So like they are legally obligated to take down certain content.
Oh no, I know that.
So
I'm just saying though, like it's the favoritism thing. It's all companies do it, regardless of the reasons. They all do it. That's all.
Well, I would say all companies do it, but like certainly social ones are susceptible to it. Facebook has a history of this. Like you can criticize pretty much anything but Islam. Twitter has censored hashtags recently, and I've seen this happen a few times personally, where something will blow the fuck up, like the Paris attacks. Right? There was millions and millions of tweets on that hashtag, like "Pray for Paris," I think it was, and that was. Almost immediately, within a couple of hours, that was detrended.
Yeah, it was.
Anymore, it did not autofill anymore. But some small Black Lives Matter hashtag with like I think like 30,000 tweets on it, that one took #1. So I was like, okay, that is
a good example of the sort of favoritism that you see on Twitter.
That is very much tampering. And again, to qualify, this isn't a black and white issue because they kind of need to do some tampering with what trends and hashtags. Imagine if they didn't, Twitter would look like 4chan. There'd be some like dick butt thing, like #1 hashtag in the world for a week. Like, no, you can't really have that and be a for-profit company.
That's why I guess my biggest point is like they need to find balance, and right now there's no fucking balance, man.
Well, it's pretty clear they're playing favorites, and I'm an extreme leftist. Yeah. But I don't want to be like I don't want my ears plugged because it's too dangerous to hear what somebody else has to say.
Have you heard of what's been going on in Calais?
Which?
In France.
Go ahead.
Well, so there's, as you might have known, they've had the different refugee camps there, but it's just the issue getting to be a bit worse over there recently. Has been more or less completely plugged up in the media. It just hasn't been anywhere.
Yeah, the selective censorship thing is, or just, it's almost like lying by omission at that point, right?
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, and so that like kind of brings up this whole thing with like you can't piss off certain groups, you can't talk bad about certain things. I mean, one of Twitter's largest investors is a Saudi prince. That's a thing. And at the same time, you have this outcry from the anti-bullying crowd and you're Islamophobic if you criticize Islam or any of its tenets at all, that kind of shit, like you're racist and all these things. That anonymity should be removed entirely on Twitter. Like
I disagree against that.
Absolutely, but that's the thing. Like, make the Saudi connection. Think about people that are speaking out against their own regimes, their own cultures, their own religion, and saying this is bullshit, or even just minor criticisms and getting 1,000 lashes and 10 years in prison.
Don't forget, folks, Wahhabi is not just a sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit of an older story, but it's describing even back in 2013 that Saudi Arabia may be trying to end anonymity for Twitter users.
This has been a constant monkey on the back of Twitter since they went public, and Saudi Arabia bought up a good bit of it, just in general.
Right, they're talking about trying to end the anonymity for users in the country by limiting access to the site to people who register their identification documents. The Arab News Daily reported on Saturday last week. Local media reported the government had asked telecom companies to look at ways they could monitor or block free internet phone service, such as Skype. So yeah, they're trying to make sure that people are as filtered and inside of the system as possible, for reasons. Right. And it looks like, not the only as you described before, that there's at least one reason why they might actually get their way is because a Saudi prince, and this is a more recent article. This is only October of last year. He owns more than 5% of Twitter, according to the investment firm.
So he's got 1/20th of the vote then.
Has conducted his business.
He's got 1/20th of a vote as a part of the board of people in voting stock, effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is really, and the disturbing thing for me is seeing other people who call themselves liberal advocating for this lack of privacy and anonymity on Twitter.
Yeah, it totally works.
It's like, well, hey, I have my real name out there, so everybody should. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, and you're telling me to check my fucking privilege?
You know,
I
I've got my real name out
people.
there, but I've only got it out there where I want it to be out there.
That's it right there. And I have friends in the Middle East right now who would literally be either jailed forever or killed if their anonymity was removed.
Effectively
like, what
dead.
you've done for all this fucking, like, you can't, you know, don't silence minorities and this and that. Like, they
You're going to silence people and basically silence people to do this.
This is why I don't use Facebook anymore. As soon as that jackass who owns Twitter was like, hey, if you don't use your real name and info on Facebook, then your account will be locked. And then they changed their algorithm to automatically either lock or ban an account that doesn't have a real name. I was like, well, now I'm definitely never going to use Facebook. Fuck that.
Well, I use Facebook, but I don't use my real name.
No,
yeah,
I go pseudonymously. It looks like it's a real name, but it's not really my real name.
The aforementioned jackass that.
Well, this is one of many jackasses.
That sketchy mention was trying to like get my docs and went to my FB page.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
And started calling me Cecil all over the place. It's all like, yeah, you do that, homeboy. You got me.
Oh no.
This is why I have my real name out there. I can absolutely have fun with people who really think they have something on me.
Right. But
I thought you were talking about this particular asshole on the screen.
No, I'll talk about this particular a-hole whose Max Boot is he's more in the neocon realm. But
Max Boot.
Yeah.
That guy's
who needs the boot.
He's the wrong kind of boot. I like Das Boot better.
See, that last thing he says right there, that last part of the tweet, stand behind your tweets. I've seen that said so many times before by people like him, and it's retarded. Why should I have to have my real name out there for my tweets to be any less or any more valid?
I mean,
it's right at the core. It's right at the core of the ad hom fallacy, right? Like, attack the arguments, not the character.
Right. Yeah. That's one of the reasons, though. But let's, to bounce off of what, bringing up the whole thing about Saudi Arabia is, it's not just the chilling factor or facing consequences there either. As we've seen, people, going after people's jobs.
Yep. Their livelihood.
So here's my question for the prince who owns 1/20th of Twitter is: can you name any and all of the members of the Sons of Liberty who were present at the Tea Party?
Yeah, no.
That's what I thought.
And I mentioned that here, and there's a dual thing too. But I mean, imagine if it becomes the standard on the internet. You got some guy, he's in his town, and he knows there's some corruption going on, the water department or whatever, and this jackoff said, well, stand behind your blog post instead of tweets, and he has his name out there.
How about we extend it? Let's make it so that you can't vote anonymously anymore either. Like, let's just put your name on every fucking vote.
That's a good
one.
What
could go wrong with that?
Right. Exactly.
Oh, you don't like the King of England? Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, that's
very interesting. You sound very subversive.
Yeah, that's one of the most essential and fundamental forms of anonymity that has existed in this country and is
the ideas of the Enlightenment. The ideas of the Enlightenment wouldn't have been put out there if it wasn't for anonymity.
Exactly. So here's the thing,
anonymity was used.
Let me illustrate. Like, I'm a guy who I've been FBI background checked like 20 fucking times. Okay, like, my record is clean as a fucking whistle. I had a sketchy fucking past, I'm not going to lie about that, but the statute of limitations on that shit is long dead. So, it's not like I really hurt anybody or anything like that. It's just the typical bullshit that American poor people get into. Now, that all said, I don't really care if my docs get dropped for me. Right now, I'm not in Silicon Valley anymore, and those fuckers would have got me fired for my opinions if they could have when I was there. So that's no longer a problem. But I have family. I have 2 daughters that don't have anything to do with this shit or my opinions or anything else. And I'm not going to involve them unnecessarily in what happens here. Like, this is between you and me. It's not between my fucking kids. You know what I mean? So that, to me, is the reason that I keep some level of anonymity on the internet. It's not because I'm so ashamed to stand behind my fucking position. There can be other reasons for this shit.
Yeah,
You know?
but
If they want to fucking tell everybody who I am, they're fucking welcome to it. I don't care. But
here's the
that's
thing.
up to them.
Yeah, hang on. Here's the
these
thing.
are the type of people, though, that think chans are illegal just to exist.
Right.
Like, they're that level of retard that they think, oh, yeah, that a chan is a black site where illegal fucktards.
Yeah, it's a black site. You know, the Panthers used it, and sorry, what?
Well, the
Amazing.
other aspect of this is like it's not just punishing the one person, but it's all like, see, this is what'll happen to you if you think about it.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So it chills everyone from like possibly expressing their opinion, good, bad, or indifferent.
And it's
Right.
like I said earlier to you guys in offline hangout. The irony of my avatar picture is that it has a face, but it also doesn't have a face. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I've been more vocal on Twitter, saying like, listen, we need to tell Twitter that they can't fucking end anonymity because some idiot in his palace thinks they should. Fuck them.
Right, or some dork who's like, well, my name's out there, you're already a public figure, and that's great. You made that choice for yourself. Don't make that choice for everyone else.
Exactly.
Right, or don't make the mistake of thinking that your circumstances are the same as somebody else's.
Exactly.
Right.
But what if my circumcision is like everyone else's? I'm sorry.
They're not supposed to take the whole front third of it off, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I think that and there's I don't know if anybody's mentioned it thus far, but there's a distinction to be made between being anonymous and being pseudonymous. I mean,
Right.
Beach alludes to it as far as Voltaire, that there is a distinction there that he is basically pseudonymously. It's a little bit different if you can't hear somebody's voice or know like that you can hear on YouTube. Every time that you hear my stupid fucking nasally voice, you know that it's my dumbass.
So I have something to say to that effect, though, because I had this discussion with someone on Twitter who was having trouble describing the difference between things. And I won't name him here because I'll be nice like that. But there's a distinction to be made there between a name to which multiple persons are plausibly accountable for, those of whom are completely anonymous, and a distinct person who uses a pseudonym. So anonymity can be maintained beyond a name that you thrust out there, especially when there is an ambiguity as to who is actually saying what. So that is a gray area between an anonymous and pseudonymous that you have to really respect as to where you're going to draw a line, especially if you're trying to box people into certain areas as to where their activities lie.
I think even then, if you're confining an identity to a small group of people, and this is a problem that the anonymous basically has faced and is continuing to face, will continue to face into the future. That the more people you let into it, the more risk you're placing upon your brand. That these
anonymous
if you have too many if you have too many cooks, you might actually ruin the soup.
Anonymous has effectively become atheism plus now.
It really has, dude. Like I've said this over and over again. After Lulsec fell and that dude went to jail and the other guys split and went into hiding, that was it, dude. That was the end. Like the hackers that were anonymous left and went into hiding because they didn't want to get arrested.
That was like after the Chanology thing and everything. It was
Lulsec was great while it lasted. It was fun.
That's it, man. that was the end.
The moral fags decided to take over, and of course they brought out the glasses and started sniffing your own farts. So it became something that was really not what it originally set out to be.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of people shit posting and getting upset that people were fucking with that.
Yeah.
So, those of us who are technically minded have more or less abandoned it beyond just like a mild amusement on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not worth the time anymore. You have to talk to so many people about what the fuck it is you're doing, and of course they don't know jack shit. They rely on you to get all the coding done. There's no reason to put in any effort to help these fuckers out.
Yeah. No, like Anonymous has pretty much been dead. All you have is these assholes who make YouTube videos saying, "We are Anonymous, we are Legion," and like you can tell they have no idea.
Yeah, because they're pushing an agenda, and that's a specific political agenda, whatever that might be.
Well, even if you don't have coding guys as part of your anonymous team, like there are people who would be there to have a PR, a PR wing for the group. It's people who are there to try and shape and brand and communicate a particular message and a particular image, so that they don't make a bunch of videos on YouTube that make them seem like this, goofy, club.
During Chinology, there were PR people that probably weren't anonymous that made videos. What I'm saying is now, the ones you see being made now or in the last couple of years, I'm willing to bet you a lot of money they're all fake, and they're just moral fags who are making agendas using the name Anonymous.
What happened after a lot of the programming people left, it was just basically taken over by script kiddies that just don't know what the fuck they're doing. And then most of the shit that they're doing now, like you can see your name all over the old code. Like, it's just hilarious how poorly it's being used, and most of it already has workarounds written in. So there's no reason to try bothering with the scripts they have. They're just not going to get anywhere. But they're going to be able to say, "Oh yeah, I hacked something because I got like a login." Well, you got to the login screen, jackass. That's not really hacking. That's not hacking anything.
Okay, so I think we got the history of Anonymous there, or the end.
The end, yeah.
Didn't cover the glory days.
They were great.
I think everyone knows the glory of 4chan. Or should I say the shit?
The glory of Anonymous, that is.
Yeah.
4chan was the one of the meeting grounds.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Sketchy, you're going to take off then. We kind of covered the subject. Thank you for the tech background, the business background. That kind of puts it into focus.
No problem at all.
And we're happy to have you again sometime if it becomes, if you want to come on.
It'd be a pleasure. Sorry if I ran my mouth a little too much. I just killed the energy.
You actually were very informative, man.
Yeah,
good,
very informative. So, and we appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate being on, and it was an interesting topic. It was good to hear like the nuance and the amount of different views on the same topic instead of just being a circle jerk. But
we're trying to get another even more disparate opinion in here in the form of Robin.
Yeah, we were trying to get someone who supports stripping away anonymity, but you got to do your thing, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get some work done. Yay!
Yay!
We'll do it again sometime, and I'll definitely keep in touch.
Yeah.
All right. Right on.
Alrighty, man.
Thanks
Later,
a lot,
folks.
man. All right.
All right, now the shit posting begins. Are we gonna?
Dude, what exactly is
Craig? Do you have the
with,
link to
with
Craig?
with
Do you have
Mr.
the
Gatlin?
link? Yeah, hold on.
I sent out the link to get thing. I'm not sure if he's showing up.
Yeah. While we got the time, Craig, do you have the link to Sketchy's GoFundMe?
Yeah, I can get that.
Do you want to dredge that up?
Yeah, sure.
Because we're going to pimp out his GoFundMe. A lot of people helped him out. He's got a little ways to go, so we're going to post that in the chat. And if you can help him out, we really appreciate it. He's just getting through a rough patch. You know how people hit those little dry zones.
Yeah.
A little more to get him over the top, so he can continue driving on. So at least enough to get that spike firmly into the mountain, so he don't fall down it. All right, Craig. So whenever you can.
Right, so it's if you go to the GoFundMe.
You got mod stat. Yeah, you got mod status. Just drop her in the chat if you can.
There you go. Here's the link.
There you go. There you go, you maggots.
So he's not that far away from rent installment for the week per month or whatever. But yeah, help him out. He's not asking. We're telling him. And it's,
all right.
And he's a good guy.
All right, hold on. I should tell everybody in the audience what this stream is brought to you by, right?
That's correct.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by the letter A for Anonymous.
Is it?
Is it anonymous? I know.
How can we tell? We don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Dun
dun dun.
You're welcome.
Anono section.
God damn it.
So while we're
if you want to do that, we can go ahead and talk about the Anita thing, and they can get the hell out of here.
All right. Well, why don't you take off on that? Walk us through it. What's the Anita?
Oh boy.
Say what you want to say, Fox. Do it, man.
Fuck that bitch. I don't give a shit if she got mad or not about my videos. I hope she watched them.
Yeah, what happened to you? Yeah, talk about what happened to you.
Come on, man.
You mentioned you're on the enemy list, right?
I'm giving you the drum roll.
Fucking ass.
Lay it on us, man. Your infamy. Right. We want to know about it.
All right. So basically, what happened was I just got up, went and did the shit I had to do that morning. Then at around 3 o'clock, I get a tweet sent to me by, I forgot who it was. I think it was someone from my group. And they're like, well, Thunderfoot has said something about you in a video. I'm like, no, he didn't. So then, I go and look, and lo and behold, one of my tweets was mentioned on his video. But it wasn't mentioned directly by him. It was mentioned on a certain blog he was talking about. So I'm like, who the fuck's blog is this? And I look, and it turns out it was Anita's blog that she had name dropped me as somebody that was a conspiracy theorist that was
you made it.
That was trying to spin a conspiracy narrative about her taking over Twitter. Here's the beautiful part of this. There's only 2 videos mentioned in that blog. And the one above mine, I didn't know who it was because, mine wasn't directly from my account and the other one wasn't either. And, like, around 3 hours later, Sunbun, she blows up my fucking DMs. Oh, my God, I'm on the Anita article. And I'm like, what? And I look, I'm like, oh, shit, that is Sonny's video. So it turns out me and Sonny both pissed off Anita, and Sonny's not even in GG to start with. She just made a video to promote my video.
So she got her own Streisand effect. She exists today because pretty much of the Streisand effect. So she passed it on, man. She paid it forward, brother.
Yep, she did.
So me and Sonny are both on the shit list at this point. Profit.
Cash out, man.
Rack 'em up.
So the thing was, like, the video that in question only had around, I think, 500 views that day. As soon as that came out, it went up to like 1,500.
Wow.
Just wait a little while.
I said to piss her off.
There you go. Well, nicely played.
I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you too, man.
Oh God, I don't know.
You got that link to her blog. I read that piece. Can you dig that up? I know you got it up. You probably got it up on your wall, don't you?
I need to print it out, put it on my wall.
Put it on your wall there. I know you got your I Love Me wall, so add that to the collection. There you go.
He puts it all in his refrigerator so that his mom mom knows it.
I'm so proud of you, asshole. I just can't believe that Anita, out of all the people, she could have went after Sargon, should have went after Milo. She fucking messes with me and Sonny. Like, the two people. Sonny's not even, like, she just, like, makes parody videos making fun of Anita and Zoe. She's not even huge. So.
Well, that's a crime against the state for whenever she
becomes.
You guys
see this right now? Do you see it? Ali has joined the ranks of the Notorious. We are taking over this bitch. Twitter will be taken over by the blackface Illuminati, known as the Notorious.
Did you just say the blackface Illuminati?
Yes. I did.
Holy
Yeah.
We are
I'd
the.
almost call them a certain Panther elite.
We
Yes.
are definitely going to
We
get.
are the. We are the.
Okay, so I
notorious-
guess I have to put this video on the backup channel too. 'Cause I'm
Yep.
gonna fucking get flagged.
Oh yeah.
No, hold on. Let
No
me,
flag
I
and
think
pro.
yeah, the flag.
Timestamp, blackface Illuminati, unacceptable.
No, hey,
It's 2016, people.
Oh my
God,
Yeah.
it's current year. Get a hold
Yeah,
of
the
yourself.
flag is
Hey,
going to
Grey
have a
Grey
flaggasm.
guys, it's cool. We are notorious. We are Legion. We do not forget. We do not.
Oh.
and we are also full of shit, apparently.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gray, I was gonna ask you, whatever happened to Jenny McDermott? Is she still gone, or will she come back?
has cancer.
I'm sure that she. Well, I mean, she hasn't really gone very far. She's got a backup channel that I think is still in operation. Yeah, I mean,
Nobody cares. It's funny
she
how nobody
basically
gave a
gave her
shit.
main channel a Viking funeral. Like, she decided that she was gonna, burn the whole fucker and go out like a king. She just said the most ridiculous and crazy shit that she could in order to get as much attention as she
Oh,
could.
come on. Yeah, I mean, so I realize that she has limited capacity for things, but seriously.
Well, it's important to point out that, yes, you're exactly right. I don't think this was her bright idea. I'm pretty sure it was Bewildered Ape, a.k.a. Cyrus Kiss, and he
Oh no, you
is...
just doxed him. Oh, that sounds horrible.
Sure,
Fuck
yeah.
him.
Flag me,
No,
motherfucker.
no.
Come at me, bro.
Another flaggasm. Flaggasm.
Oh wait, that's not doxing. That's sharing dox at worst.
I don't care. Call it whatever the fuck you
At
want.
worst.
The guy's
His
a piece
name's
of shit.
fucking everywhere.
The guy's a piece of shit. Like, he's gonna say that I flagged them, that I'm sorry, that I doxed him no matter what. So yeah, I might as well enjoy it, right?
Actually, when you had the video posted up, he before the stream started, he did show up.
Oh yeah, well, whatever.
And I couldn't. I guess you have to have the stream going to be able to kick him. So, oh well. Next
Yeah,
time.
I have it on reasonable authority that what's going on, and besides what you can see with your own eyes from our last hangout, where Jenny ended up calling into the show, and it turned out to be Cyrus Kiss on the line.
Yeah, saying, you want to fuck me? You want to
Yeah.
fuck me?
You want to fuck me in the ass?
You want to fuck me?
And
I'm honored.
he would be so honored by that. And so would Jenny. I mean, she just loves Sargon's dreamy eyes. I think she'd be so jealous of Cyrus under those circumstances. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, that's what's going on. It's basically his collaboration with her, where he comes up with the most deviant, terrible ideas, where he's just like, let's just say that Armored Skeptic is raping people. Like, that's a reasonable thing for you to say. Make sure you're the one who steps up and says it, Jenny. Because, well, stop that.
Someone step on that cricket.
Yeah, kill that fucking cricket.
What? The crickets had to come out, man.
Okay, look. The Disney crickets have more morals than that fucker.
Max,
Yeah.
I heard that John Kelly wants to come in here.
Oh,
Does.
well,
What does he want to do?
the problem with John Kelly coming in here is it has to be run by the show host, Gray.
I would not give
Max.
John Kelly the link, because it'll
Max,
be John Kelly
hold on,
coming in
hold on.
here, and it'll be Verillo coming in here, and then it'll be
Hold on,
everybody
Max.
from his hangout coming in
Shit,
here.
let's
for
take
section.
him on. Fuck him.
Max, you faggot. What I was trying to do is I was trying to get you to play the John Kelly signature sound, you dumbass.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
You
bad.
missed your cue.
Yeah, you missed it. Yeah, that. I was expecting him just to do that with the
There, I played it 3
Everybody
times.
expects the John Kelly Quisition.
Now I feel sad. Like, John Kelly doesn't actually want to come on.
Stop. No, Kelly doesn't want. Kelly hasn't said anything about this.
God damn it!
John Kelly.
But yeah, I think that everybody's been talking about how awful Jenny McDermott is for saying these things about Armored Skeptic and Shoe on Head, and I think they're missing the forest for the trees. I think that everybody is focused on Jenny, and they're ignoring that Bewildered Ape is almost certainly scripting most of the stuff that she's working from.
So he's the Jonathan McIntosh of that fucking
That is
nonsense.
excellent.
Yes.
That's an excellent
That's
analogy.
a great That's a
Great.
great comparison.
Great. Here's what I have to say about both of them. Bennett.
Ban it.
It would be good, but we can't. And that's really the problem. Like, people
and by the way,
after her
Max,
channel,
you're
and
annoying.
honestly, I don't think that it's right that they flagged her fucking channel down because, again, this is what she wants. She wants the attention to be focused on her. She wants to gain the notoriety.
Who says anyone else besides her did it?
I
heard she just closed it down herself.
What do you mean?
Well,
I heard she closed her own channel down. She didn't get flagged
easily be a false flag.
Oh, okay. I mean, that could
not
be
false
too.
because really, quite frankly, she wouldn't recognize her own fucking ass with two hands. So.
Yeah, I mean, that is a good
very
point.
Easily could have been that she accidentally fucked herself over in that fashion and just decided to blame everyone else.
Well, I'm not saying I didn't dance when it happened, but
No, I mean, she could have known that this is going to be crossing a line for the YouTube, administrative team, and they're going to see this video at whatever timestamp and realize that this is a terrible thing to say and that this is not the sort of content they want to have on their service, and she flagged herself at that timestamp and knew what would happen. That's possible that she could have done that, even if nobody else flagged her shit. But I have a feeling that she didn't have to do that. I have a feeling that people who were fans of Shoe on Head and Armored Skeptic took the liberty of doing that for her.
Well, so the best part about that whole entire thing was that Cyrus decided to go ahead and flag my backup of it, and that I guess the same people who were taking care of me weren't taking care of you because I got mine back.
Yeah, I hate you for that. Just want to put that out there. Yeah. So if anybody didn't hear what exactly happened, the Blue chat that we had, the last one that we had on my channel, the Grey Knight channel, was flagged down, and so that was mirrored. We had a copy, and that was mirrored by Craig on his channel, and then it was flagged down over there as well. And so we each appealed. My appeal was upheld. His was overturned. So what I'm trying to say is he got his shit back and I didn't.
Yeah.
Even though it's identical. It's the same fucking file. Like, literally the same file even. Like, nothing was changed at all. Like, he didn't fucking do anything fancy where he sped it up or slowed it down or put a border around it or some shit.
I just put the same exact fucking thing up.
Yep.
And I apparently said what was supposed to be said, and he didn't.
I guess either that or you just, you had one reviewer and I had another reviewer, and they're just like, yeah, obviously this is not a problem, but mine's just like, oh, triggered.
That must be working for Twitter.
Yeah, it's just dice rolls at this point, it seems.
That's really, I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but that's kind of a problem. You have to have some sort of standard or training, and neither of those seems to be in place as far as the YouTube Overwatch that's taking care of the flagging system.
Saving throws roll for dexterity.
It just, it seems as capricious as that.
Craig got the natural 20 and you got a 5 or something, and they're all like, oh no, his modifier's not enough to help.
Look, wannabe nerd, everybody knows that the lower your saving throw roll is the better, so you want to have fun.
He said dexterity roll, though. So.
No, shit, that kind of makes
sense. He said saving throw. I heard him.
I thought he said dex roll. Well.
I didn't hear either one because I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
You are smart. You are smarter than you look.
So I've been told by my parents.
So I guess that's kind of the elephant in the room.
Who? The whole fucking Jenny McCrapman.
Yeah. Randy Harper is the blue whale. If you're wondering why there's a difference in mass.
I just think they're done.
Evil left out of embarrassment.
Yeah. Oh no, I've been exposed as a faux nerd. No.
Okay, no. I can vouch. He is a STEM lord. He is in chemistry.
I guess there is another elephant in the room. Small, maybe, yeah. Maybe like a hippo or like a
baby elephant.
Or show pony or something.
Oh, a capybara. Okay.
Yeah, where they're talking about someone actually, people who've been on the show have been associated with Blue Chat. In fact, and another person who's an old acquaintance slash friend of yours and mine, Beach, talking about how people need to be held accountable, how language has to be precise, and that there's things can't be said sardonically or in any sort of
sardonically.
Flippant.
Sargonically, yeah, you can't do that either. You can't be flippant, you can't be facetious, and that without that accountability.
How is this different from Christianity?
I don't know, but we're going to find out.
And it's ironic coming from such a hard-ass anti-theist, too.
Yeah. But, I've got a video for that.
Oh.
And,
you do?
Yes, I do.
Bring it on, Redcatcher.
All right. Well, fuck it.
I've strapped
here we
in.
Go.
Batman, give me a fuck 'em.
I like the reggae. Oh, we fucking stopped it.
Yeah, what the fuck? Fuck 'em.
Well,
I always wondered what that was.
Sargon tried to argue that she still actually believes that everything is sexist,
Okay, whoa,
etc.
Oh no, lamb chop.
That she just learned how.
Why'd you start?
Who did you think I was going to be talking about?
Somebody who wasn't besmirched with mental disabilities.
Well, yeah, this is our old friend Lamb Chop.
Lamb
AKA
Chop.
Zenistrad 1. So, I guess I could give a little background for this particular debate. So, what originally happened was Sargon made a rebuttal of Anita Sarkeesian's very famous appearance where she said that everything is sexist, everything is racist, and everything is homophobic, and you have to call all of it out.
Yeah.
And so originally it was said that Sargon is quote mining because that's not actually representative of Anita's current position, that's not reflective of what she actually thinks. And Sargon responded to that by saying that yes, that by all reasonable measure, that is actually what she thinks. And the only thing that she has changed her position on is that, rather than being a young Spitfire intersectional feminist who goes and calls all this out, she found out that people find that to be insufferable. So she still thinks that. She just keeps these thoughts to herself. And if you watched what Anita actually says on that stage, you would have to agree with that assessment if you weren't Zenistrad 1.
To stop being so vocal about it, so that because she didn't figure it wasn't losing
also,
friends.
Also, nice college dorm there, buddy.
Yeah, I like the blue.
The bucket.
The blue bucket.
Yeah.
It looks like a little hat there.
What the fuck? Oh, that just.
Are you triggered on this shit?
No, I just looked at that and I'm like, where the fuck is... I didn't see the cabinet behind it, and I was like, what the fuck? Did he just plaster the bitch on the ceiling or something one night? Drug is sticking up there somehow.
Just stapled it.
Yeah.
It had to stay there.
He just got the hot glue gun out drunk and just did that shit.
This needs to be on my ceiling.
It's problematic on the floor.
When I tried to argue that, he was misrepresenting her basically by pointing out that no, social systems don't work like that. Social systems are general patterns of behaviors and social interactions.
Why is Wolverine talking to me about social justice?
I can't believe you.
That's not Wolverine unless he got his vitality.
Lamb chop Wolverine. Okay, I need a new fox fur hat.
I'm just saying.
No, I've seen the other ones where it has the sideburns that actually has the Wolverine hair going on.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
That's why we call him Lamb Chop.
No, I'm telling you, we actually had the Wolverine spike up.
Say it. Call him Lamb Chop. Make that comparison.
I will allow the Wolverine reference. That makes sense now that you reminded me of that picture in my head.
Oh, damn you, Johnny Fox!
See, I even got away with it still.
Though it's not legit unless he's got the two little.
Now he didn't tell the two people who came in to recruit him to the X team assholes. So I'm kind of on the gray area there. There's a fence post that I haven't quite passed.
Okay.
All right.
Literally everything is sexist. He basically argued that Anita Sarkeesian is saying everything is sexist by saying that these social systems are existing in this way. He says that what I was doing is accidentally proving her wrong without even meaning to.
Do you have fucking cat or something?
No.
What is he swatting at?
He's swatting at
He does
his
have
fictitious
strange-
beliefs.
He has very strange mannerisms.
Yeah, it's almost like a chicken.
He's spelling
Like part
the
Italian? Is that the reason why he's waving his hands around?
There's
maybe.
a laser pointer dot on the floor.
This is actually kind of amusing, for one thing, because first of all, he gave no actual proof that Anita Sarkeesian actually literally does believe that everything is sexist. He just said, oh, well, she's an ideologue, of course that she
Well, hold the
believes
phone
this."
a minute.
And
Whoa.
She
What's
has
that?
literally, not even literally, she has figuratively said in the stream, everything is sexist, everything is racist, and you have to point it out.
She went on record
Everything is
saying that. Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's no proof except for what she's saying and what's coming out of her mouth and the content of her channel and the content of her blog and the content of her tweets. There's no proof except for all of that.
And the
You got
content of her
it.
character.
Well, I don't know. Are
do
you gonna
that.
get to the point, Gray, or can I say that what she was really saying in that statement? And if you look before and after,
Everyone should
listen
bow
to
to
it-
me. Everyone should do what I want. Everyone should bend to my whim.
Yeah, that's
Everybody
pretty
needs
much
to do what I
it.
mean.
But what she was saying is that you got basically, I'll give you the TLDR version. I learned to hide it,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so
That
I don't
was-
piss people off, and I can weasel my way in there. And
Yeah, and that's what Sargon called it as being. And if you listen to the
Chicken.
speech, you can,
Chicken.
you get the same impression that she literally is saying, yeah, everybody hated me for acting that way, so now I just don't act that way. She doesn't say now I don't think that because that's stupid
Yeah.
and people reacted as though I am a stupid person saying stupid things.
He
It's
is.
just like, well, I'll just keep my stupidity to myself, and I'll just share it with the other people who are indoctrinated into my particular church.
And then we'll network and weasel our way into corporations like Twitter, and then we spring the trap.
See at Google, see at the UN.
Chicken.
here's the funny part. This is where it gets hilarious. In order
Yeah.
to this assertion,
Because when I think of lamb
Like
chop, I
if
think
you were
comedy.
Wolverine, instead of like the claws coming out and being like snick it, they'd be like snark it. Snark it.
Nerked.
Every time I
Ow.
hear that, all I hear is chicken.
Checkmate, misogynist.
quoted Lacey Green.
Fucking hell.
FTW, Sargon.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second.
More like
Tried to
WTF.
prove that one person believed something by quoting an entirely different person with no.
I know, it's hilarious, isn't it?
How-
It's so funny.
How? Why?
Fake laughter is fake.
And also, is this some
Oh,
boys
giant
from
faggot
Brazil
bull
type
faggot.
shit, except it's Goebbels instead of Hitler?
Yeah.
Because that's not what she meant.
Not what he meant.
No, not at all. And if you think otherwise, you will be going to succumb.
Sorry. It's.
It's
I
your
have a hard
hands. What do you
time
do with
actually
them?
processing that because it's just so ridiculous.
Cut.
Good.
Cut. Yeah.
Any less that I have to see?
And
Here's the best part.
Oh,
Steve.
fuck, he's bad.
No, it's just a cut. He keeps going.
Shit.
I can
I
actually
hate you,
disprove completely using actual
Oh
logic.
God!
Actual
Thought you were
logic as
free to
opposed to what
go
he's
to
employed
the
here.
Actually literally believes that everything is sexist. And here's how it goes. See, premise one. If
Okay, Goebbels.
Anita
Jr.,
Sarkeesian
tell me.
believes that everything is sexist, she will not be able to find any positive depiction of
Does
any
this guy have the
form
memory of a
of-
goldfish?
She would not be able to.
No, this is important, man.
That's
Don't make me
insulting.
rewind this shit. So premise one, everything
Okay,
is
I am
sexist
sorry. I am
means
sorry to
exactly.
all goldfish and goldfish kind and goldfishkin that I have insulted you so severely. I really did not mean to
God damn it,
insinuate in
you
any
got a second
fashion
privilege.
that you are in any way, shape, or form similar to Zenistrad 1.
I think we owe Wolverine an apology too, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that
The
later.
premise so far is that when she says everybody is sexist, she means everybody is sexist. Got it, guys? There's no such thing as hyperbole.
Everybody.
There's no hyperbole here, folks.
Hyperbole.
Hyperbole.
There's no
Like
hyperbole.
when you have that's when you have that big ass giant bong.
That's right.
Hyperbole.
I'm gonna smoke from my hyperbole in just a second.
Hyperbole.
Find any aspect of any female character that she would find non-sexist. That's what everything means. It's
Okay,
a lot
speaking of hyperbowels, what kind of she-beast do you think birthed this monster?
I think this, like I said, boys from Brazil.
Like, what kind of
it's-
beefaroni was being brewed in those intestines right before this came out?
You're
I
being
think he's like a
unkind
test tube,
to
It's
that
a
Strad's
Nazi.
appearance, sir.
I think he's like a hybrid behind,
Sir.
like between a human and one of those naked mole rats.
means. You can't say that everything.
If you want to
baby-
mock
it's
Zen
baby-
Strat in that way, you do it the way we always do it here. You turn on the draw app and you start drawing cocks on his face.
I'm sorry.
Anything less.
I apologize.
Wait, are we going to be start drawing
our
dicks?
standards.
Yes.
You're
Turn
Yes.
draw.
Yes!
only if it
Dicks.
suits you.
Yes.
Dicks.
Yes.
Queers,
This
turn on
needs
draw.
dick.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
Hang on.
Needs
I make it
more
right.
dick.
Game right
Make it flag getting
now.
great night. Remember last time? Jenny
I
might
want
want
to
to
draw. Don't
trying
worry. Nothing bad
No.
could possibly happen from
I'm just
What
going
could
Florida.
go
Oh
wrong?
my god.
Look, see?
It's sexist.
Here is the coast,
And then
Yeah.
point out
No.
something that's non-sexist. So
and there's the rest of it.
that's the first premise. Now the
No, I
second
heard
premise
look,
is
it's Florida.
she has
It's
two
Florida.
videos
Looks
about
exactly
positive
like
female
it.
characters where she specifically talks about female characters that she likes and how they have
Doing what
aspects
we
to
do
them that
best.
manage to avoid being sexist.
Okay, so I'm going to just rewind that a second because I think we might be getting distracted by the fun in the art tools. But he is actually attempting to
make some kind of comparison.
synthesize an argument here. He's even gonna use like Latin and shit. It's awesome.
Sexist. So that's the first premise. Now the
Right.
second premise
Everything
is
is sexist means everything is sexist.
she has two videos about positive female characters where she specifically talks about female characters that she likes and how they have aspects to them that manage to avoid being sexist.
Oh, wait a minute, Grey Knight. I have a question. Were these videos the ones that were supposed to be in her Kickstarter, or were they just ones she decided to come out with afterwards?
I'm not sure. I think that these are actually considered by the feminist frequency, nomenclature labeling system to be bonus videos. That these are not actually parts of the tropes against women. They are
Okay,
counterexamples. So yeah, I think they are extra videos.
Gotcha.
But what he's saying is that she has given examples of games which have aspects of them. That's important to note. Aspects of them that are not sexist. See, now when you're talking about aspects of something, that's not the totality of the thing itself. So when you're talking about this game that she thinks does not have sexist elements to it, that at least some that are not completely sexist.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
That they're just aspects of it. I mean, it's not even consistent with his own argument. It's possible that there are in fact sexist things, having to do with these fucking games that she actually did like, but that the good outweighed the bad. Like that would still be true. It could be consistent with what Sargon's saying, and it would completely just remove any validity of his argument.
Therefore, by Modus Tollens, she does not believe that everything is sexist. P, if P, then Q, not Q, therefore not P.
Boom.
Like the mere existence
Bulletproof, guys.
of the positive female character series where she talks about ways in
I'm
which
sorry,
female
hold on a
characters
second.
manage to avoid being
Hold on.
sexist.
Did he just try to make like a P equals NP proof and then just fail miserably? Or was that just him trying to spout logic and also failing miserably?
Yes.
Okay.
That all happened right there. That's why I was trying to like slow down and go back because it has a payoff. It's got a set off and a payoff.
Shit.
It's like a real joke, man. It's great.
It's a fantastic joke. I just hope he realizes he's in on
think
it.
everything is sexist.
Logic bomb for Sargon. I also want to point out that this particular cut is from Kevin Logan's channel.
Oh my god!
Like these are segments of a Xenostrad video. Xenostrad's video is not in itself cringy in precisely this way. This is galvanized cringeology.
Oh my god, this is the work of the Great Potato. This is amazing.
Forged in the crucible of the Great Potato.
Forged in potato, yes.
Yeah, and that is how you get this logic.
I did not realize that brown spud had sharp wit. Such a mushy person.
Well,
Oh my
there you
God.
go. I think that's all we really need to cover because, yeah, you lost the argument with not recognizing that there's a such thing as hyperbole, that you can say something.
Oh my god!
That she can say something hyperbolically, that Sargon can reference it hyperbolically, and it's still consistent with everything that he's saying, and what you're trying to argue makes no sense. And you seem like some sort of idiot who
Holy
started
shit.
speaking English yesterday.
So you're saying that they were flippant?
Slightly.
I think we need to call. I think we need to call the YouTube. Oh God, no! Craig, no. Don't.
I did. It's over. We had moved on from there. Why are you stuck in the past?
See, it actually triggers me more than it does Gray now. Fuck. Fuck.
No.
You can't live in the past.
I can live in the past.
You just need to
It haunts me.
just poke
It
more
haunts
smart,
me.
and you'll be fine.
But now I see Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett in a Barnes and Noble commercial. I did trigger Gray one time. I linked to it. I said,
That
"Time
is
to trigger
racist,
Gray."
sexist, and problematic all at once. Blackface.
No. Damn it. I was going to give him some bullshit.
Johnny, I live to serve.
Bullshit.
Damn it. Now I just have to suffice with making the giant cock and balls that a cat's face is.
It's okay.
No, we don't disrespect the blue cat.
Well, that's cultural
Do not
appropriation.
disrespect the
you're
little
appropriating cat culture.
baby.
The blue cat is sacred. No, don't. You can't do
not
that.
writing
You're not allowed. You're
Well,
not-
I'm just giving it eyebrows, okay?
I can keep hit and delete all day. Trust me.
But I'm not writing on the blue cat. I'm writing around him.
See, there's one eyebrow. There's the other eyebrow.
It's not allowed. This is not allowed. This is heresy.
No,
This is
This is
heresy.
extreme heresy right here.
There's a hat.
Alright, easy guys.
I will
We-
keep
Alright,
hitting.
Spurgs, enough. That's
I'm
it.
going to tweet this
And
out to
strangely
Feline.
enough,
I'm
Here
going to
is
tweet
the
it out.
mustache,
Damn it.
which
I'm
is the
fucking
rare
serious.
double dick.
You're gonna stop, or I'm gonna fucking kick you
I'm
out.
going
because
to
I don't think
tweet
is
this
funny.
out. I'm going to tweet this out to
Oh, come on.
Hashtag it triggered.
Yeah, no.
Feline Frequency. Will hear about
Yo, I'm not
this.
even writing on the cat.
Hashtag
I'm not even writing on the cat.
Hashtag we're in the home stretch. We've only got one more story to cover. What's going on with Robin Gething? We lost the Batman over that.
Well, he dropped out to make room for Gething, and then it's like
And then nothing happened. This is bullshit.
Batman, get your ass back in here.
You might
It's
as well come
called
back in.
Robin
Batman.
Do
Gething
we
is a
have
coward
enough
who
room?
won't back
or
his
does
arguments.
do I need to bounce?
I heard. Well, there was a question that came up in the sidebar. Why does Xenostrad 1 sound familiar? His name been around years ago. He was around when Gamergate was starting. He was one of those people that was making all sorts of wonderful charges towards Gamergate, including.
Everything is
one of-
sexist.
Well, I mean, he said
Solid
that
John, you could say
one of my
heresy.
favorites was he was among the people that were saying, oh, well, because there are these boards that have Lolicon, Shotokan, anime style and anime and manga, of those particular varieties, that is child pornography. And because that is on 8chan. And Gamergate is on 8chan.
8chan, you
Gamergate
mean that
is
illegal
ruling and supporting-
website? Yeah.
Well,
Illegal.
that the site is illegal. That
That's terrible. What are we gonna do for those poor illegals?
that Gamergate is in support of child pornography and all that other shit. Like, he was one of those SJWs. So,
Oh my
a
god.
sterling person,
A
very
retard.
careful, critical thinker.
Yeah, retard.
No! You bastard.
Damn it.
I like that blue cat, man. That blue cat's my friend.
Dude, I'm not the one who was writing on him. I keep making the black spots next to the cat.
Well, I saw that black spot. I do not approve of that black
And
spot.
now that's
That
going
black
on your...
spot, the black spot is not even touching the cat.
Minstrel lives matter, man.
The black spot matters to me. Black lives matter.
Black spots matter.
Exactly.
Oh no, it's gonna eat the kitty. No.
No!
No, that's not allowed. Anyway, we're going on.
All right.
Damn you dirty.
We've got no gathering.
Yes, Trump is Cat Bukaki. Continue.
Cappy Trump.
Cat boo cake.
Now I'm upset. You turned draw.
Oh, I'm upset.
All right, so Donald Trump wants to open
That's
up
why we
libel
can't have
laws
nice
and
things, guys.
sue press. Thank you, Dylan. Dylan Dyers.
Donald Trump.
Okay, is it Blyers or Dyers? It's Blyers.
It's Byers.
Blyers. Oh, it looks like there's a fucked up line there. Maybe it's just a resolution.
Maybe.
Dylan.
Sorry,
Byers?
Dylan Byers.
The resolution.
Yeah, Byers.
That's as resolved as we're gonna
Your
get.
resolution is poop.
I'm sorry.
That's from CNN, so I wouldn't trust it if they're going to talk about Trump.
Well, you can verify this on other sites. This actually happened. This is a true story that I'm about to tell you. Donald Trump said Friday that if elected president, he will change the nation's libel laws in order to make it easier to sue news organizations.
Yeah, you go, girl.
One of the things I'm going to do if I win, I'm going to open up our libel laws, so when they write purposely negative and horrible false articles, we can sue them and win lots of money. Trump said during a rally in Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, this is coming from the guy who
I just have
probably
one
owns a bit of a stake in these companies. Is that it?
I have one major question regarding this. Untrue according to who?
According to facts, I'm sure. Facts and lots of them. The kind that build great big walls and let little people in.
If it's untrue, you can already sue someone for libel, so shut up.
Yeah, so when he says we're going to open up these libel laws, so when the New York Times writes a hit piece, which is a total disgrace, or when the Washington Post, which is there for other reasons, writes a hit piece, we can sue them and win money instead of having no chance of winning because they're totally protected.
So you
we're
see,
going
it's
to
not
open up
just one
libel
extra
laws and
opinion.
we're going to have
Okay, what other reasons are the Washington Post there?
for disgraceful
it's all the
reasons.
great cartoons on Sundays, can't you tell?
Oh.
It's there to slander people like the new Emperor of the United States, Donald Trump. We're going to open up the libel laws, so we're going to have people sue you like you've never got sued before.
Is that sorry? Can you say Bears? Because that sounded like you're a Chicago politician saying Donald Trump. That was hilarious.
Bears?
Ah, Bears. Ah, Donald Trump.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. Okay.
The Bears.
Those remarks immediately drew criticism from journalists, including the New Yorker's John Cassidy, who wrote, "Trump takes attacks on media to new level. Says as president, he'll try to gut the First Amendment." So there's a little bit of a spin on that, but...
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this right? I love this. Related. Donald Trump declines to appear on Megyn Kelly's photo summit.
He's ass mad as fuck at Megyn Kelly.
Yep.
I know. It's hilarious.
You know he wants to hit that. It's really a fucking...
Oh, well, the fist or the crowbar?
Woo!
Ooh. Misogyny. Flag.
Misogyny?
I didn't know that he called it a crowbar. No federal libel laws currently exist because libel suits are handled in state courts. Now, this man is going to be the president of the United States. The president of the Harvard Law Review.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a nice big wall around our Senate. I'm going to open up the doors and let little laws come through.
Since 1964, when the Supreme Court ruled on New York Times versus Sullivan, public individuals who wish to sue media companies for libel are required to prove that the news organization knowingly published false information with malicious intent.
Oh
The
my
late
God,
Supreme Court Justice... Yeah, go figure. The late Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia said in 2012 that he abhors the ruling, saying it gives news organizations the freedom to, quote, libel public figures at will so long as somebody told you something. And
Okay, so time out for a second. I'll play devil's advocate on this for just a second. So suppose that you were able to prove with internal memos that a news organization so chose to publish knowingly false information with malicious intent.
Well, here, I'm going to.
I mean, obviously that would be an opinion piece, but would you? What kind of recourse would you want to have for that?
No, I'm gonna give an example.
Without being able to demonstrate tangible, realized damages per the monetary.
Yeah, I'm
definition.
gonna give an example, Craig. How about Hulk Hogan going after Gawker Media, his lawsuit right now?
I think. Well, he has tangible, realized damages that he can go ahead and post to logs and post from logs internally to show
Logs
that they
internally.
were logs internally.
So
as in, like,
Hulk Hogan's using the law to his advantage. He's proving in the court of law that Gawker Media knowingly published slander about him with malicious intent, and he's winning his court case. So
wait, are you saying there are already laws in place that protect citizens?
Oh yeah, it's kind of like I was making that point too.
Sorry, Craig.
So I don't know what Trump's problem is, because the law works both ways in that respect.
Chicken. Beef.
It doesn't just protect the news organizations; it protects the citizens.
yeah, but he doesn't care about that because you're all fucking plebs.
Yep, I know, but it's okay. Most of the shit he says right now is fluff.
Pack your bags.
Yeah.
Psst. Hey kid, want to build a wall?
Yo, if you vote for me this coming voting season, I'm gonna build a wall. The biggest fucking wall you've ever seen.
The biggest, classiest wall you've ever seen in your life.
It's gonna say Trump Tower. Oh, sorry, Trump on it.
In 3-story tall gold letters.
And that's another 10 feet.
You thought the Great Wall of China was big? This shit is gonna dwarf that. Dwarf it for miles. For miles.
Space.
Actually, like, I love how he says Mexico's going to pay for it. I don't think they have the money to pay for anything.
No, they don't.
Does he have any idea how worthless the peso is?
No, does he have any idea?
A lot of it, right?
Does he have any idea that Mexico is two countries? You have the occupied Mexico by the cartel, and then the other half of Mexico with the struggling Mexican government that's already bankrupt twice over. I don't think he realizes.
Like, I think the one's gonna go, I'm too poor, and the other one's just gonna give him the finger.
Yeah. The cartel's definitely not gonna pay. And the Mexican government's definitely not gonna pay because they don't got the money, so... Yep, to that plan.
It's like, you're gonna pay for the wall. With what?
Yeah.
with drug money.
And it doesn't cover the tunnels already underneath.
Yeah,
No.
that's the best part. Actually, while I'm waiting, I was gonna wait about a decade to make that joke when it happens, but we'll just have to wait and see now.
He's just gonna flood all of those with water, and then crocodiles.
But it's gonna be that great New York tap water.
No, knowing Trump, he'd say, no, water's too good because they'll swim. These guys have too good lungs. We're gonna flood with acid.
You know, that would actually be hilarious.
Or he could just put some New York sewer rats down there. They won't.
No, some like gators too. Yeah.
I actually have to take a break for a minute because I think my cats are about to kill each other. So
Clean
talk amongst
water.
yourselves.
Put it on cam.
No, put on draw. Damn it, he left.
Pussy violence.
So,
Now
I have
we
to ask.
This cat staring at us with its
I
cat
have to
eyes.
ask, what presidential candidate do you guys think is gonna win?
Trump.
Hillary.
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 I mean, I was thinking of that guy from the Coneheads.
Notice,
You know,
notice
name
I,
is
like the mailman. No, not one of the Coneheads, you dumbasses. I mean, like the mailman.
You fucking
God.
said coneheads, asshole. Didn't specify.
hey, the Coneheads are a noble race.
It's time for mass consumption.
Mass consumption. We must consume mass quantities. Consume mass quantities.
Consume mass. Consume ass.
Yeah.
Eat the entire ass.
Ew.
Ooh.
Whole ass.
I'm a
Toss salad. Like you've never tried a toss before.
Allie, just no.
No.
Oh.
No.
I would rather eat the toupee on top of Trump's head.
No. I will take this bet. Do it.
For real, his toupee would probably taste like spaghetti compared to somebody's ass.
Well, listen, how are you gonna get him erect without a wall?
Oh my god.
Oh.
That one deserves a round of applause.
It was that bad.
Oh yeah, Max, make Mexico pay for it.
Alright, here's what we're gonna do, guys. Instead of building a wall, fuck the wall. Here's what we're gonna do, alright?
I don't want to fuck the wall. It may hurt.
What we're gonna do, this is a crazy idea. We're gonna get a whole bunch of guys. We're gonna call them the National Guard and the Border Patrol, right? I know this sounds crazy. We're gonna have them stand right at the edge of the border and make sure as few people illegally cross the border. I know that sounds crazy, but that's a sound plan. Oh wait.
Bad
Wait,
idea.
are you saying we'd actually pay people to patrol said border?
Shit.
Actually, in reality, bad idea.
We already have people doing that.
Yeah,
so.
just put some 19-year-old
Wait, you mean the
guardsman out there with an AR-15. What could go wrong?
No, it's funny because the National Guard in the area is not allowed to use guns, even though they're being shot at.
Yep.
Because otherwise that would be racist somehow.
No, because they don't.
Yes,
want
because
incident.
guns are racist.
Look, I was stationed in Fort Bliss, and there was all this talk
Ellie?
about using the 3rd Cavalry.
I hate to tell you,
and we all just looked at each other and said,
laughed.
"No, yeah, bad idea."
Okay, let Virus speak for a second.
Ellie, I hate to tell you, but I think your mini M14 is racist.
Well, how dare you?
I think your shotgun's racist.
That
Allie.
fucking picture.
Allie,
I think it said something anti-Semitic. I wasn't sure.
No, I think that picture says something anti-Semitic.
A ham sandwich?
No, there's no button on his nose. Look at it.
I don't get
What
it.
will
So
you
does
do?
that imply there's no nose, so there's no juice nose? I
What
mean,
will you do to clean up the mess?
A line of Coke off of a toilet restroom seat. Like that.
That fixes
Oh
everything.
wait. I know. I can think of one good thing Trump is gonna do for America. He's gonna get rid of Common Core.
I think if anybody gets rid of Common Core,
See, here's the problem: is if anybody can imagine something worse, it will be the American government.
Under Trump.
Under anybody, but if he's gonna be the one with the balls to say, all right, we need to get rid of this, Congress come up with something better.
Yeah. Because
Hey,
I mean,
we'll say
effectively, Common Core replaced
People who got rejected from every other job but politics.
You know what I'm looking forward to if Trump gets elected?
What?
Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson leaving the country.
Yes.
Okay, that is a benefit. Yes, we should. Can we
Absolutely.
put that on the ballot as well? Actually, just like to make that a side issue. Should they
Oh,
leave the country?
Sharpton went on record and said, "I'm going to leave the country."
Only if you
Oh, I'm
add.
sure what'll happen is he'll
only
just go
if
ahead
you
and
add
say,
Mc-
I was being hyperbolic.
Yeah, only if you add Ann Coulter and Michelle
Oh,
Morgan to the list.
Damn it.
Oh, another
Gladly,
thing
gladly.
is
Yeah.
If Trump becomes
Fucking
president, the
gladly.
memes will be real.
Oh, they'll be real, alright.
Oh man.
Will anonymity be great again?
No, like 4chan's already
Maybe we'll
ablaze,
trade again.
but like if he becomes freaking president, 4chan's gonna blow up. Like there'll just be a nuclear explosion all
Well, you're gonna
across
have
the.
all the Poltards who are just like, I told you so. I told you so.
Yeah.
You guys see this? I told you so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'll
all
be saying,
the
"I
all
told
the
you
memes
so,"
on
right?
poll right now are
Anonymity is abolished. Everybody is liable for everything that anybody says against like their betters. That they'll get exactly what they're hoping for. I'm sure it'll be a grand new America.
But they told you so, and Poe was right again.
Poe was never right, Craig.
No Poe.
Well, it's the first time for everything, right?
Remember when B?
a clock,
Remember when B was good?
Yeah, I
never
do.
Listen, poll is always right. They're never left.
That was the joke that we just made.
Yeah, no, a broken clock is right 2 times a day.
Well,
Unless
not
it's
One
like
time
a
if it's
24
only
hour.
an AM or PM clock.
You see, if it's a calendar, they're right once a year at best.
What did you say about a broken clock, Ellie?
That one is broken. Stop playing it.
Unless it's like a broken 24
Oh,
hour clock
is
with
it
water
really?
damage.
It's like a broken Mayan calendar. He's right once every long count.
No, I mean, listen, the Mayan calendar was ultimately a fail. They said the world was going to end in 2012. Fuck you, Mayans.
Hey, they never said that it was going to end then. They said that the long count ends then. It's the change over to a new calendar. Sorry,
Just
I'll go
like
home
those-
with my facts and leave you guys alone.
Just like those Y2K tards said that every computer in the world will fail when the new millennium
Every
begins.
one of them. All of them. Especially the ones made after 1998.
Y2K.
Because
Hey, look,
because
buddy, you called me
computers aren't programmed to switch over to the new time and the no.
You shut up. You go home with your facts and leave.
True facts. Is that like true hacks?
What?
You crazy kids and your bags.
Can I like take $10 billion, dump gasoline all over it, and then burn it?
I suppose.
Bernie Sanders it?
Like
Feel the burn.
that? You know what?
Wait,
That's
are you putting out the fire with gasoline?
no.
Technically, you can put out a fire with gasoline.
Yeah,
You just
but-
gotta douse it enough.
Yeah, I just like the song. I don't know about you guys.
But
Putting out fires with gasoline.
no, you know what? I will I
That is
will
a good
go
song.
I will go out and I will vote for Donald Trump to be president on the condition that he burns all $10 billion of his money in front of America on live national television.
Yeah,
You know, the fucker might do it.
I want to watch every dollar. I don't want his bank accounts to have any money. I want them to all say zero.
Mhm. I mean, he could just give all his money to his wife and the promise that she returns it.
Kick.
Well, she divorces him and takes like half of it.
Yeah, that would be hilarious, actually. Especially if like she did that right before she gave it. She was supposed to give it back. And it's like, well, what money are you going to sue me with?
No, for real. If he burns all of his money, I'll vote him into presidency. He
Yes,
can be
you
a poor.
alone will become the 51% of the electoral college.
Yes. Him being
I
the
will
poor
find
bastard.
a way, damn it.
Actually, if he shaves the beard off the corpse of Billy Mays and eats it on live television, I think I'll vote for him then.
Oh my god.
But wait, there's
There's no
more.
price to pay.
If he comes out with the truth that 9/11 was done by the government. Oh.
9/11 was an inside job.
That is haram. They are going to
Yes.
come for you, and you will be silenced.
Absolutely haram.
Listen, Max,
Besides-
we all know
besides-
jet fuel can't melt autism.
We all know that jet fuel is a beast.
Don't let your memes be beams.
We all know that Down syndrome can't melt autism.
No, just get enough autism and it creates Down syndrome.
Just like this, right here, right now.
There we go.
Oh my god, it's like watching the shows from the 80s all over again.
They were great.
You know what show they need to bring back?
Johnny Carson.
WKRP in Cincinnati?
No, that 70s show. That 70s show is amazing. Everyone
Welcome
needs.
back, Cotter.
Hey, I got my reaction.
I want that 70s show back.
Well, that's not a show from the 80s.
We
No.
need the Fresh
You're
Prince
right,
of
but
Bel
it's still a
Air.
good show.
Damn
How about Barney
right.
Miller?
Fresh.
You know what
Fresh
other show they
Prince
need to
of
bring
Bel-Air.
back? The Twilight Zone.
Speaking
Yeah,
of the
they
Fresh
do.
Prince of Bel Air, did you hear what Jaden is planning on doing?
What?
Drugs.
He's planning on getting a transition done.
Jaden Smith.
Yes.
Wait, you're saying sex reassignment surgery
Yes.
transit?
I didn't even know he was trans.
I didn't know either.
Wait. Just to clarify, this is
Gee,
Will
I
Smith.
don't know.
This is Will Smith's son, right? Jaden Smith.
Correct.
Okay, that's pretty fucking funny. Yo, Will Smith must be crying right now. It's like, my son is gonna become a woman.
But Max, how can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't
You
I
think
real?
he's
have
gonna
my
serve to
doubts.
live with his auntie in Bel Air?
Yeah, honestly, I would love to be a fly on the wall when that conversation happened. Like, I really have no idea how the fuck Will Smith would react to that information.
Yeah, that shit's I'm actually
I'll
curious.
be
I
right
want to know
back.
how Will
Where the
Smith
fuck
would
is,
react.
is TMZ when you need him?
Okay.
know.
And just
Like,
so
they
you
should
know,
have been all up on that shit.
I will
They should have
find-
hired like fucking spies with like long distance parabolic mics and just house. Like, I don't give a fuck about like any sort of security or felonious intent, wiretapping, whatever the fuck else. Just find out what happened when Jaden Smith was like, "Dad, I feel like a girl."
well,
What do you have to
here,
say about that?
I'm curious too.
I'm
I wanna
going
know.
to read this verbatim. This is a decision I made on my own, but I hope this doesn't affect my parents' decision to assist me with this financially.
Oh
And he's planning on
god.
doing this on his 18th birthday. And also, quote, "My penis doesn't define me."
Dear
Holy
God.
shit.
Well, no, you don't need your penis to define you, but why do you need to cut it off?
I don't even think like he knows. It's just like
He does.
Whatever.
He
It's
does.
part of your people. It's the fashionable thing to do. Just chop off your dick.
He does realize that biologically inside he will still be a man, right? Okay. Okay. All right. That's cool. He can do that then.
That's that kid from the new Karate Kid movie, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
which had absolutely nothing to do with karate.
Oh, my Skype just stopped working. Good job.
Hooray, Microsoft. And also in the state of California, he's legally changing his sex to female.
I'm done.
Yeah. I have.
No, that's it. I'm out.
Oh, no.
I'm back.
Okay, now here's something from the Des Moines Register.
Fuck are we
Black
talking
students
about?
at Iowa's public universities say they feel isolated, diminished by racism on largely white campuses.
Oh my
This is
God.
coming to my own state. Just kill me. Just fucking kill me.
That tweet is amazing. I don't want you guys to think because I was born in America that I speak and abide by English grammar. I speak Jaden indefinitely.
Good.
Wow.
Go speak
Pretentious
Jaden
as
somewhere else.
hell. I've
What
never
the
heard
fuck is wrong with our country?
Can you speak Jaden
What's
to my
Um,
rat hot
happened?
cack?
What the fuck?
Depends on who you ask, Ray. Some people
Look,
might
this is what
say it
happens
would
when your parents got too much
No, no,
money
no.
to become
No,
a dumb
look.
fuck.
Look, when the first animal went extinct, that should have been a sign.
be
I know, right?
Seriously,
Seriously,
okay.
Allahu Akbar on that shit. What the hell?
Obviously, Jaden Smith has a few loose screws in that head of his.
You should scroll down, Gray. This
I got
next
news
tweet's
for you,
funny.
Jaden. If a whole lot of animals didn't go extinct, you wouldn't fucking exist.
But seriously, Gray, you can discover everything you need to know about everything by looking at your hands.
Oh my god.
But you see, I thought the Simpsons had that better.
I'm done. I can't. I have no words for that.
Jaden Smith.
I think there's
Why?
nothing
You
wrong
know,
with
I think
Jaden
he's
Smith
right.
that,
I looked
like,
at my hands and I know fucking everything.
There's nothing wrong with Jaden Smith that couldn't be fixed by Will Smith's own hands, and like he just failed us all. He failed America.
I think Will needs to sit his son down.
You
and
have
have
failed.
a
You
long-
have failed.
No, I think Will didn't have the talk that every parent has with their child. I think he neglected Jaden on the talk.
No, great night. We need some Boreal in here. Like, you have failed.
Yeah.
So bad.
You
You
are
failed the Emperor.
I think what it is just, he needs to tell his son, you're not trans, you're just retarded.
Yeah. In that particular case, yes.
No, honestly, I think what happened was Will was like, God, I need to give the talk to my son today, and then it's like, Will, buddy, you need to come to the movie. We're running early. Oh, fuck! And he just went and did the movie.
Whatever, priorities. Someone else can raise my kids for me.
He's like, damn it,
That's why
I need to give my son the talk, but I can't because I have to go act for this.
Tumblr can raise my kids. What a fucking genius idea.
Hey, Tumblr raises a lot of children, right? Doesn't it?
Oh God! Well,
that
it
depends.
kind of does.
That depends very. Do you consider treekin normal?
Listen, you son of a birch.
Treekin are the new normal. Come on, man. Other kin is the new black.
Listen,
I don't mean like black isn't skin color. I mean it's like, a little black dress. That sort of, the fashion.
I am a tree.
Type.
I don't know if there's anything to play into it, but you do realize that Jaden was picked up as Louis Vuitton's woman's spokesman, right?
Good for him. Don't care.
I am a tree because I stood still for 6 hours today.
I keep bringing it up because of your misery, Craig.
I'm a transatlantic McNugget kid.
My God.
I am a chicken nugget.
Chicken.
I am a Hanukkah bush.
Beef.
We're joined by Nora. Hello, Nora.
Buttered toast.
Buttered
toast.
Fuck's sakes.
Hello, Nora.
But guys,
I'm honored.
look at this.
What is this?
Oh God. Hey Nora,
What is this?
Nora, did you like your Twitter picture?
I did. I loved it. Even though it kind of made me look a little fat, but we're just going to ignore that part. We'll just ignore it, okay? Don't bring it up.
But Nora, it's because...
Don't say anything, Max.
Have you not learned how to deal with this shit, Max? You're wrong no matter what you do.
You have Y chromosomes. That paints a target on your head.
Nora, I hate to tell you this, honey. You're pregnant.
Actually, my chicken is ready. I'll be right back.
I didn't expect to find out like this.
Not like this. Not like this.
Not like
If you think that news is bad, just wait till you hear who the father is.
Holy shit.
Ralph.
Wow.
Did you guys see that? Am I echoing?
Well, it was kind of a Gamergate hangout. Maybe Gamergate is the father.
No, did you guys see
Gamergate
that?
is the father. All of us.
Then we're all
Gamergate is
fucked
the
on me.
father.
Abort this child right now. I'm gonna throw myself down the stairs.
Well,
Better make it a second story.
Before you throw yourself down the stairs, I'm gonna need you to do something for me. Sign the papers.
Oh, I'm gonna eat some chicken.
Hang on a second.
I'm gonna eat some chicken.
I'm being told by my staff that we have an article.
I'm gonna eat some chicken and enjoy myself while I do.
And by my staff, I mean my penis.
Chicken!
Your chief of staff?
I am chickenkin because I am feathery.
Okay, so this is from the very paper that comes from the heart of my state. This is 4 student stories feeling racism on campus.
Oh
boy, here we go.
Sexy.
Iowa State seniors Chriselda Green and Marcus Flynn talk about how they are perceived as students of color and how they deal with hurtful microaggressions on campus.
They sound very intelligent already.
I love them. Give me their numbers.
Can I like?
You
Can I like just ask these people a question?
No.
No.
It's like, why are you mucking up my state?
No, like I want to ask them what their IQ is.
Well,
I don't think they know. That's racist.
Is it because they're black, Max?
All right, simmer down. We got only a few minutes left before we get too fucking late, and I need to go pass out because I've been on streams for like the entire day. But
we'll pick up after
fault
this.
is that?
But yeah, let's let Nora. I'm sorry. Let's let Allie get through the story.
Ellie, hold on.
I got Nora on the
Never
brain.
interchangeable.
You got me on the brain, eh?
It's because she's carrying my love child.
Fuck.
Ellie,
It was that wild. It was that wild a party, Nora. You don't even remember.
Oh my god.
but Ellie, I have a very pertinent question regarding this. What is the exchange rate for microaggressions to aggression?
They're all totally a part of the establishment.
I don't know. I don't follow this stuff. I usually don't hear about this stuff coming from, my own fucking state universities.
Max, do you have any idea what the
You're
exchange
part
rate
of the
is?
establishment, aren't you?
Thank you.
But anyways, black students at Iowa's public universities say they feel isolated and diminished by racism on their largely white campuses.
You're
They
from
describe
Iowa.
experiences ranging from unintentional slights to blatant slurs. Here are 4 student stories.
Oh God.
Here's a room with a nigger! Anyway, this Saturday before Thanksgiving, University of Iowa freshman Tarisha Bailey was in her dorm room when her roommate and 2 friends entered. The roommate saw Bailey, but the 2 friends didn't. As the friends started looking over the room and noticing how nice it was, one remarked, "Yeah, only bad part is she has a room with a nigger." Microaggression.
Wait, was it dark inside the room? Was that why I didn't see her, or what?
Maybe he forgot to smile.
I've actually never experienced anything like that beforehand, said Bailey.
This stream is definitely getting flagged.
I knew the possibility when I came here. I never thought it would be used toward me in my presence and in my room. I know that word sucks, but suck it up. People aren't always going to be politically correct.
I mean, it sucks being called a racial slur and all, but it's going to happen. It's kind of like getting a fingernail bent. It kind of hurts, but, you get used to it.
Or, smashing your fingernail so hard it basically, you kill, part of it and have blood squirt out from underneath it.
This
break your finger.
This is taking the metaphor too far, Ellie.
Are you saying that they're asking for Ellie?
It's what they're wearing.
With their faces?
Bailey said she sat up and stared at her roommate who shooed her friends out of the room
Evo.
and apologized
They're not
profusely. I just looked at her contemplating, she said. I didn't say anything until after she came back. I knew if I said something right away, it was not going to be the right thing to do. That night, Bailey stayed with another friend. Through 2 nights after that, the roommate stayed out somewhere else.
Yeah, and then they had a bunch of people over who's, said, wow, well, this is great, except you have to room with, a person that you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
University staff decided it would be best for Bailey's roommate to relocate to another dorm. I think they were great, she said about university officials. They were supportive. Then how are you dealing with racism?
But we had this N-word earlier. I'm curious. Is it people who annoy you, or was it niggers?
Max, how the fuck do we disable this Google effects?
Oh, here we go.
Hey,
Before that Saturday.
I will not allow you. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Okay, here we go. Let's continue some more here. Before that Saturday, Bailey said she and her roommate were fine. We got along with each other. I honestly didn't feel like she felt that way at all. The 2 haven't seen each other since before Thanksgiving. The incident made Bailey question whether she should transfer.
Oh my god.
If you have that thin of a skin, get the fuck out of my state. I don't need you.
Somebody answer the door, damn it.
She said her mother eventually persuaded her
Max,
to
you're the
continue
woman.
at Iowa.
Answer it yourself, you bitch.
You and I'm too lazy.
Cue snap.
I blamed myself because I knew what I was getting myself into when I chose Iowa, she said. Iowa was part of the Union. Go fuck yourself. He said, I don't know why I was so shocked, because I knew something like this could happen. Seriously, this is like insulting.
Hey, listen to me.
It's insulting to the intelligence of smart people.
Marcus Flynn experienced culture shock as he stepped foot on Iowa State University's campus as a freshman.
Uh-huh.
Well, you're kind of supposed to be uncomfortable when you go to university because, you know, you got to push your boundaries.
I mean, has he met the wallet inspector yet?
Flynn, now a senior studying kinesiology, is from suburban Chicago.
Hold on.
Oh.
He's gonna be a fucking. He's gonna be a PE. He's gonna be a goddamn PE teacher.
How's he gonna handle penis inspection day?
And he's from suburban Chicago.
Yeah,
okay,
I hope he gets a grip.
Here's the thing. You're from Chicago, and you're not used to quote-unquote racism.
I'm used to racism.
Bears.
I went to high school with more black people than there are at Iowa State. It just was a completely different feel.
Is that how you're counting people?
Just because 3% of the state's population is black,
to me.
Iowa universities turn to large metropolitan areas such as St. Louis, Chicago, and Minneapolis for minority students.
Uh-huh.
Maybe because, you know... Okay, here's the thing. Iowa State is known for its fucking engineering program. So obviously they're going to get people from other states in for that program, which will probably wind up having minorities.
No, I know someone who went to Iowa State. He's pretty fucking intelligent. He went there for engineering.
I almost went to Iowa State for engineering, but I didn't want to get into the debt just yet.
Reasonable.
I'm not going to do that here soon, though. Hopefully.
Oh shit, uni.
Students say the pairing of predominantly white students from Iowa with out-of-state black students sets up a strained dynamic that can leave black students feeling alone. Oh. You really just gravitate toward black people. It's something inexplicable. It just happens.
You know what's funny?
No.
Any college campus in the U.S., except for a couple in New York, and there will be more black people than Jews.
Really? Really?
Seeing as they're a much larger segment of the world population than us.
Are you saying there's not that many Jews in the world? Is that what you were saying? That's
about
do you not
14
remember the
million of us.
Holocaust?
That's anti-Semitic. Okay.
That's about 14 million of us. That's it.
Anti-Semitic.
Fucking cretin.
New York.
I mean, listen. I mean, those numbers about the Holocaust, those are wrong. Hitler wiped out a lot more of them. Yeah.
They also wiped out a fuck ton of the Romani. They're screwed.
Okay, no, I know I dealt with a culture shock too when I moved from, you know, the fucking heart of Des Moines to a small town of 10,000 people, but that didn't stop me from trying.
We have lots of white people
Production
here.
was a huge culture shock because of the way people acted, but that didn't stop me. Look at me, 2 years later.
You shouldn't be.
But that's because you're privileged, Allie.
Yeah,
Allie, listen. It's because you have internalized misogyny.
Or gas.
Okay, Gonzo Duke in the chat makes a very good point. Gonzo Duke in the chat makes a very good point. Not all Iowas.
This is true.
Not all Iowas.
Didn't even at the end. Oh, well. When he was assigned to work in groups, Flynn said he's often ignored in class, regardless of how well he knows the topic. He remembers once being assigned to work with 3 other students in an English class. They had a triangle discussion where nobody was looking in my direction. He said I stopped talking because my input was not even considered. They just wouldn't listen to me.
Was it because you were a dick?
Yeah, maybe it's because you're an idiot.
That is
There's that possibility too.
Wait, are you suggesting that because he's not, you know, willing to work in a group dynamic and he's taking the time to listen to other people, that nobody would be willing to work with him?
Guys, I have something we are going to have to look at before the stream ends.
Is it?
It's
Is it
not
what I
very
think
long.
it is?
So.
Oh my god.
Well, at least he's also not blaming the university for this one, though.
It is academia related.
I think if it's what you're talking about, it's the single most important paper in all of chemistry.
Yes, it is.
This changes the face of everything we think we know about science.
It's better than every single sociology paper that exists. I'll just put that out there right now.
Can I ask you a question, Craig?
In fact, I think it disproves sociology as a whole.
Uh-huh.
I think sociology needs to be banned all over the
Hey,
world.
hold on. No, carry on cussing it.
Well,
we aren't done with Allie's paper yet, or Allie's article, so we should go ahead and keep going.
Okay, here's another student. After moving from St. Louis to Cedar Falls, Melly Majid said her race has come to define her college experience at the University of Northern Iowa. Oh, University of Northern Iowa. That's like the one that people tend to forget about anyway.
Yeah.
It's usually Iowa State. University of Northern Iowa tends to get forgotten a lot. Just so you all know. I wake up every day and think, Mel, you're black.
No, you're black?
Is that the first thought? Not like, gee, how many people did I have sex with and why am I somehow over?
Holy shit.
Is that what?
I couldn't even read that sentence and keep a straight face. And when I play Cards Against Humanity, I can read some of the most absurd shit and keep a straight face.
Majid feels like she was lured on to university to improve diversity. Recruiters promised her painful financial aid, but she soon realized she was short of the amount it took to cover her college costs. Feel like we're just chicks, she said.
Let's see, ample financial aid. Isn't that largely, supplied by the federal government? And you have certain limits based upon, your income, your marital status, amount of children you have.
Did she not fill out FAFSA?
I don't know. If she didn't, then...
If she didn't, then she's retard. They tell you, fill out your FAFSA. It doesn't matter if you want financial aid or not.
Is that your student loan thing?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
the
have no
federal
idea.
something or student, whatever.
Yeah, it's like the federal or free application, or the free application for federal student aid.
That's it, yes.
So after speaking with an advisor, the College of Business decided to offer her scholarship funds. Otherwise, she would have had to drop out after her first semester, she said. Like, literally, between FAFSA for a typical student and...
Wait, we're going to see her face soon, and right now all we've got is problem glasses.
Oh.
And there's the rest of the
problem glasses.
Wait a minute, Craig.
Still, the experience soured
her
her.
by the color of her glasses and the shape.
I
Craig,
judge it.
which eye should I be looking at?
You're playing with
The
our
one looking at
lives,
you.
she told administrators during a
Which one
November
is that?
forum.
You
This is
should be
something I
looking-
planned on doing my whole life.
You should look at the one looking directly at you, not the one looking lazily off to the side.
I'm a horrible person.
Yes,
But
you
it was
are.
funny.
No.
But it was funny.
You know,
That's why you're
this is
called bitter
when I first
stones.
saw that picture of her, all I had to think was,
I do that. That was what
Yeah.
you were thinking. I do that.
No.
We value your opinion and we find that deeply hilarious. Thank you, Max.
Here's another good start to the last one. Iowa State senior Chrisella Green says she's never experienced blatant racism, but she regularly
All
picks
right, I
up on
want you guys to guess her middle name.
tinged slights.
Keesian.
Collard?
Let's say I'm on the bus and there's plenty of seats around me. People would rather stand than sit next to me, she said. That happens very often.
What, at
Do
the
you
back?
smell? Do you have an odor problem? That's probably why then.
Yeah, do you not douche?
Either that or maybe sometimes people will need to
what I want you to
want people
do.
to get off the bus as soon as they can.
Yeah,
Do you
exactly.
not use a tampon regularly?
No, what I want this person to do is I want them to go into their bathroom, look for the bar of animal fat, and start rubbing it all over themselves.
Max, 2 words. Blue waffle.
No! No!
Oh, that's nasty, man.
Sorry.
Oh,
just
here's
kidding.
more.
No.
Green says many people outright ignore her. Others glare at her, though she's a caged animal. This sounds like fucking paranoia.
I'm sorry. Who gives a hot shit about you? Who should give a hot shit about you?
What
Why
the
does anyone
fuck?
care about you?
She has
Hold
also
up.
watched white students hold black faculty members to a different
There are
standard than
7.5
white
billion people on
instructors,
the
she
planet.
said.
Most of them won't ever know your name.
Hey, no. There are 7.5 million people. Don't you watch the YouTube comments?
Green said she's also been tossed plenty of awkward and offensive questions from her white peers. Where are you really from? They asked the Waukegan, Illinois native. You look so exotic. I consider that a compliment. If I was told I look exotic, I'd be like, fuck, I'm hot shit.
Yes.
Hey,
And
I
I'm
do.
wearing an ass.
Actually, here's the thing. Like, white people ask each other that all the time, especially in my hometown, because nobody's ever from Melbourne, fucking Florida. Nobody's ever born and raised there. To find another Melbourne native is fucking miraculous. So if you're black, white, Native American, Asian, we ask that question.
You're at a
without really
university which accepts applications from the whole of the planet.
Fuck yes, there are people that are like from other fucking parts of the world, let alone the fucking country.
We don't have any Martians yet, but I bet you when we finally fucking do, the rich ones will be able to make it back here to university.
Yeah, but I mean, they've
Well,
made it
you know,
this
the
fucking
ones
point.
that
It's like,
don't-
if I want to ask you about your genealogy, I'll ask you about your damn genealogy. But if I ask you where you're fucking from, the general assumption is that you, like me, are not from fucking Orlando, Florida. Because you're not. Nobody is.
That is also true. Universities do accept people from a lot of places. And like I said earlier, she is from Iowa State, which is up in Ames. Iowa State has a damn good engineering program. So they're probably going to get a lot of people going in through that program because, damn, this shit's good.
Damn right.
I have seen the engineering program up there. It is fucking amazing. It's so cool. That's why I want to eventually get into that program again.
There's a really well-regarded university in London, University College of London, and they took physics off their civil engineering program to get more girls to apply.
Yep, and prepare for all your bridges to fall down.
Yeah.
Oh no!
They're advocating that other universities do the same, so more girls apply.
Well, that sounds like that actually sounds like a crime against humanity that the UN should prosecute. Because holy fuck!
That sounds like
Taking physics out of engineering?
That's like
That is
fucking-
the worst fucking bullshit I've heard.
Not just any engineering, civil engineering. That's like taking chemistry out of chemical engineering. What kind of fucking planet are they from?
fucking Mars, apparently.
No, I'll tell you what planet they're from.
Okay,
I'll
here's
tell you
the
what planet they're from, guys. They're from the planet of the apes.
After this, it won't be London bridges burning down. It'll be London bridges falling down, and it's broken into a million fucking pieces because nobody knows how the fuck physics works.
That joke.
That joke, though.
He got us.
Okay, after a while, she began to second guess herself. It's one of those things where I would feel it. I could bring it up to someone else, maybe a white counterpart, and they wouldn't see it the same way, she said. I had to question it more, like, okay, is it just me? Green said, despite it all, she's enjoyed her college experience at Ames and is deeply involved in the Black Student Alliance.
A white counterpart? You mean like you in every single possible way, except their skin was white? Or what else do they mean? Like, seriously.
Why does it got to be a white counterpart? Why can't it just be another student?
Are you racist, Craig? You racist? You PC, bro? You PC?
Apparently, I'm racist.
Let Ali speak.
Hey, Max.
Somebody's race.
Ollie's reading.
Hey, Max. Hey, Max, check this out. Randy Harper just got $2,200 to buy a MacBook Pro from a guy, and a guy from EA gave her the money to do it.
All right, I'm gonna say this
Stop
in the nicest way.
supporting EA.
I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible, Johnny Fox.
I'm not even joking.
I don't care. All right, sorry.
I think everybody cares, man. It's more reason to love EA. Helping the oppressed groups.
Johnny.
What?
Ollie's reading. Shut your mouth.
She has found community with other black students on campus, but she would like to see the university make a bigger effort to make a campus a more welcoming place for students of color. She cited a possible model, the training about discrimination, harassment, and Title IX that all students, faculty, and staff were required to take in 2014 to increase awareness surrounding sexual assault. What does that have to do with racism? if we can make that a mandatory requirement that all students are aware of what that looks like, why can't we make students aware of what hate is and what cultural diversity is, said Green, who's majoring in child, adult, and family services.
Oh. So she's majoring in what she wished her family had, or what? Seriously, what a stuck-up idiot. How much are you going to gaze at your navel?
Yeah, I was very impressed.
Okay.
I was just impressed with, I would have to question it more, like, okay, is it just me? And obviously she comes to this question, and she's like, well, no, it can't be just me. Well, maybe you're fucking wrong. Maybe it is just you. Maybe when you're talking to a white counterpart, maybe it's not just the white counterparts that are like, no, we don't see it in the same way.
Maybe you shouldn't fucking call them a white counterpart and say, hey, fellow student, instead of, hey, white person.
No, this just screams of Steve Buscemi in the high school. Hello there, fellow white person.
You know, and here's the thing I noticed. If I've been keeping track right, all 4 of these students are in not exactly heavy-duty courses, given what they're trying to major in.
Given they have enough time to stare directly at their navel, gaze at it lovingly, describe it in great detail, and then have some kind of thesis come out of it? Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah. I'm just like, this better not be a plague that starts really infecting Iowa campuses, because I will, like, strangle.
Okay. Oh, Nora left. This paper was going to be specifically to support her work here.
Aw.
Because it's so damn important. Oh, she's back. Okay, look, Nora, we found a paper on specifically the topic you wanted to discuss this afternoon, evening, or night. This is by Doug Pilger at the University of Washington. It is chicken, 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 chicken.
What?
No. Listen, it's amazing. It is the most revolutionary paper ever.
I think I've seen this before. This is amazing.
Look at this diagram right here. It describes adequately how chickens chicken.
Holy shit.
It's making me hungry for some fucking chicken. God damn it.
You know what's funny is I have buffalo chicken right here in my hand while I'm reading a paper on chicken, chicken,
Give
chicken.
me some of that buffalo chicken.
I can like mash it in my screen a little bit, but it kind of gets a little dirty, like my screen anyway.
Going to mash it in my screen, yes.
Okay, and in spirit of the previous article, I'm just gonna say I want me some fried chicken. I need to go down and get some KFC.
CC chickens. C.3.2 chickens. Chicken
This
chickens.
article's definitely making me hungry.
Look at all the chicken. Look, a distribution of chicken, chi-squared over chicken. And then, of course, there's chicken that it's related against.
So
and there's a binomial distribution of chicken and chicken.
Which is, of course, chicken.
You should really see the press conference, like on this paper. It is just fucking wonderful.
It exists.
It had to have been surreal.
Like the
Do
guy
you have
fucking,
a YouTube link? Because I want to watch this now.
Like, the guy fucking just does the whole fucking speech like that. Just like, chicken, 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 chicken. And then, like, he brings up, like, a graph, and it's just, like, chicken, 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 chicken. And the fucking students are on the joke, and they're all like, chicken, 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 chicken. He's like, chicken, 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 chicken.
This is what academia does when they're bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is what good academia does when it's bored.
Okay, got it.
Look, seriously, chicken has been referenced from 1990 through 2000. This is very important. A whole 10 years have elapsed since chicken, chicken, chicken. With chicken, 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 chicken.
Found it. It was actually link number 2 in the search. And it's got.
Did you just go to Google Scholar and type in chicken?
No, I actually got this from somebody else who was all like, "Dude, like this is the single most important paper ever."
I can understand why.
Like, just realize I'm going to take this lab. I'm gonna take this to lab on Monday. Well, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. And I'm just gonna
Chicken.
post this shit on the door.
68,700 chicken.
I'm amazed the page numbers aren't written as chicken. They just don't exist. But it's 3 pages. This is awesome. I'm gonna post this to our lab door, and everyone's going to know on the way in. Chicken.
Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken.
You know,
Chicken. 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 Chicken.
Okay. Mr. Fibble has a very relevant question. Is this a Diagram paper?
The what?
A
Is this
Diagram paper?
Yeah.
I think this is a little too sophisticated for Diagram.
I think so as well. This is a little bit more effort put into it.
No. If this was a Diagram paper, instead of saying
statistical distributions at certain points in this, and I know that's way above the pay grade of Diagram.
Look, chicken exists exhibited on this graph right here. Yes, Allie?
If this was a Diagram paper, wouldn't it say nothing but shit and bullshit?
Don't tempt me. I could probably get that published.
You must do it and present it as a Diagram paper.
Like it'll have just like the shit symbol and everything.
I need you to do this, Craig, for the greater glory of.
I'll set it up as two. I'll set it up as 2 papers. One will be just on shit, and then there'll be a rebuttal to it called bullshit.
Shit and bullshit. That's awesome.
Oh my god, I love this.
And then you could make one called Chicken Shit.
Referencing
You'd have like the triple crown of shitty research.
Reply to the paper.
Oh man. Alright, this has to happen in the next year. I'm gonna find someone to publish this shit. This will be awesome.
There's all those predatory
all
terms out there.
All of that shit will be published.
You might actually surpass Douglas Zonker.
I will be referencing this paper for the chicken shit paper. Because it accurately reflects new information that must be put into the annals of intelligentsia.
What the fuck happened while I was away?
We
A lot of
described
chicken happened.
we described a lot of chicken.
Chicken has happened. Chicken is happening. Chicken will continue to happen.
But apparently there's some papers I need to get to writing involving shit, bullshit, chicken shit, and I'm gonna add horse shit on top of that.
Chicken is ultimately the ultimate story
Okay.
we have here.
Check out.
This is the paper to end all
Craig's gonna write
papers.
paper on basically various forms of shit because we brought it up as what? This sounds like it could be a Diagram paper. I'm like, no, shit and bullshit would be the context of a Diagram paper.
Yeah, so I said that sounds like 2 different papers there. We're gonna have to write those. Bullshit will be the rebuttal to shit.
Offline. I think the stream is kind of winding to a close. I think we're going to take this chance to thank the people who were with us but have since departed. Johnny Fox Show, Sketchy White Dude, everybody who's Beach was with us before. Who else left? And hasn't come back.
My soul.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were a ginger, Nora.
She's transgender.
Transgender.
All of these casualties. As for the folks that still are with us, Varric, Nora, the Batman, Max Sand, the notorious Max Sand, he was with us before and he left. That's what I was trying to think of.
Oh. Okay.
Still with us, Evo Jen, Craig, a.k.a. Craig, Ali, I'm Grey Knight 77777.
One last thing right before you end this, because we'll still sneak it in there. We'll go ahead and we'll continue this this shit fest on the Green Grapist for another drinking stream.
Yeah. So if you have not followed the Green Grapist, you should.
You're probably a smart person.
I should break out the kinky liquor.
Follow us on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I'll tweet.
Follow him on
That's
Twitter.
the best way to actually get links to all this shit. If you happen to look, we usually have the most pertinent, relevant, recent show up pinned on the account. So, thanks to everybody who is here. Thanks to everybody who's still watching, and we'll see you next time.